everybody!
There it is.
And welcome back to another delightful episode of Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, where we take those three things, we mix them together, and magic happens. I'm not talking to you. Sorry, no, not. My watch started playing up.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey everybody.
Are we starting again?
No.
Good.
Oh, I thought we were in.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh,
right. It's because Danlo runs a professional podcast, so if there's any slight hiccups, he's like, take two.
Yeah.
We'll just roll it back.
From the top with feeling?
Yep. If I could get a little bit more reaction from you when he says Dungeons, Dice and Dudes, that would be perfect.
Okay. We go marker.
And 3, 2, 1.
Yes, we are back. Right at the very top. Unfortunately, we are down a member, which is becoming a bit more of a regular thing for us. There's always a person missing.
Who's busy?
So Tim is no longer with us.
Come on, phrase it.
For this session, he's got COVID, so he's on the outs.
He's doing all right though.
He's on the Alps. He shouldn't be skiing if he
Especially if he sneezes or coughs. All those drama school lessons paid off for these sound effects. Oh, there's a lot of snow. Anyway.
You had drama school lessons?
No. I did perform in a lot of theatre. Even performed at the old Bristol Vic.
Don't lie.
I got a B in drama.
No, it's what?
I got a B in drama. GCSE.
Yeah, whatever, nerd. You were probably operating lights.
I bet you were really good at it as well, mate.
To any of our listeners that are light operators,
no disrespect.
just ignore that.
Nah, I'm calling you out.
I mean it. I bloody mean it.
Even the gaffer's better than you.
I said what I said.
Do what you want to do.
Key grip, more like king grip.
Chad grip.
Watch out for death grips.
Yeah.
I was Oliver on the school production of Oliver, so you can get.
I was the North Star in the Nativity.
Damn.
I was a shepherd and I cried.
I was McCavity in Cats.
But when in your performance with Cats, did you have your bumholes? Like the
I had
film.
my wedding ring on
You
as
met
well.
yeah.
I was a perverted.
But what did you play?
I was a perverted judge in Ashpool.
And by perverted, do you mean he was perverting the course of justice? And he was actually a
Bingo!
corrupt judge? Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding! But I think I found a way to get topless.
How old are you?
Anyway, welcome. So if you want more of that kind of humour, that level of wit,
God help you if you do.
Yeah. Why?
There's probably some other podcasts.
Yeah.
you could probably get a little bit more of that on our socials, which are being handled by George today.
Hey guys, seeing as I did such a good job last week, I'm back to do another job this week because it was great, really good. Apart from that. So if you'd like to find us on socials, here are some platforms for you. Twitter, Dungeons_Dudes. YouTube, Dungeons, Dice and Dudes. Instagram, Dungeons, Dice and Dudes. Bebo, Club Penguin, MySpace, Chat Roulette and Vine are all down, unfortunately. But we're working on getting them back. We're going to start with Chat Roulette. Si's going to do the first shift. But yeah, if you want to see pictures of us, just go ahead and follow those platforms. And you know what? First person that tweets us the word dice, I'll send you one of my dice.
Oh!
What is this? So we'll see what happens.
Engagement.
I'm not telling you which type of dice, but I'll send you one.
Oh, I'll send him a D4.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got some leftovers, yeah. But yeah.
Really nice of you.
Just tweet dice, see what happens.
You have to pay postage though.
Yeah. I'll send you my Venmo.
Wow.
The first person that tweets me gets to send me money.
Yeah, the postage is like 30 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah, not international.
Yeah.
It'll take forever.
Domestic only.
Yeah.
SO postcodes.
Yeah. If I can get you on a voice scooter, that'd be best.
Wow, thank you for that, George. We're going to
Anytime.
start bribing people
Good.
for
Tweet us.
engagement.
Gonna have to.
Just tweet me, please.
We're joining the corporate game.
Yeah.
There you go. So if you're, perhaps listening to this podcast on a particular platform and you're like, I don't want to listen to this podcast on this platform anymore. I wish there was another place that I could listen to it to.
Because of Anakin.
Where could they listen to it? Si?
Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Castbox, formerly known what?
I don't know why, but it's always Breaker that gets me.
It's the second one.
Breaker.
Castbox is formerly SoundCloud, for all you non-rappers out there. Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast. That one gets me. Radio Public, Spotify, Stitcher, and our favourite, Need Help with RSS distribution.
Need help?
Sadly, Wobblecast.
They shut down.
Yeah. Dad's pod.
Yeah, that's
No, we're in a lawsuit with them. Don't talk about
neither of them had the reach that we were anticipating, so we pulled them.
We need.
Thank you. That was great.
Thanks.
And then, of course, still with George, we can, if you want to, you can also head over to the YouTubes to
Oh, yeah.
to catch it there as well.
Yeah, get your fill.
We take the lot.
Well, thanks a lot.
Now, if throughout listening to this intro, you've kind of had the thought, do you know what? I'd rather listen to a podcast that's good and professional.
Who would blame you?
Yeah. There's a wonderful topical podcast that has a whole breadth of guests on, and I feel like Danilo could perhaps tell us about it.
Yeah, no, I can.
I mean, you don't have to.
I feel like it today. No, I do. That's fine. Everyone can go to thinkingcritically.co.uk or just search Thinking Critically D&D on your podcast platform of choice.
Do you want me to see the list again?
And we have a different guest each week to discuss a single word or topic and what that means in the D&D and wider TTRPG framework. What am I editing at the moment? Motion with the Fourth Leg podcast.
Nice.
Which is good.
Yeah. I feel like eating pizza or having the takeaway before doing your bit has thrown you a little bit, because there was a couple of hiccups in that one.
Yeah, no, it's eating this vegan pizza.
Yeah.
I told you, it's thrown me for a loop.
Yeah. And just in case, any of that sounded like it was maybe like a little too kind of, I don't know, wordy or anything like that, Danilo is currently dripping with swag right now. He's got a fresh fade on. He's got some mad
He's got
friends.
gang colours on.
Yeah, he's rapping.
Like, this looks like a bandana, Trent.
Yeah.
Is that Grove Street?
And I'm pretty sure that if we cue him up by saying, I don't know...
No, I'm not going to do it.
Oh, come on.
I've got a reputation to uphold outside of these people around this table.
Right, lovely stuff. I think that covers just about everything. Let's crack on, because we always get here for 7 and we always start an hour later.
This is the way.
But we've gotten the takeaway and everything out of the way, so that's something, I
Little
suppose.
Blakes.
And there's no alcohol this session.
Oh,
Oh, there's a little bit of alcohol, but
A
just...
responsible amount of alcohol.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
now.
Oh, no, wait. I'm responsible.
Yeah, there's another Deliveroo driver on his way.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's start this off the way that we start every session, specifically for Sai this week, with a recap of what happened last time. So in the last session, let me pump this up a little bit. There you go. In the last session, the Death Hums had made the trip east through the Torden Woods after a brief encounter with the Traveller, with a quick group meeting around some of the individual's questionable decisions, they pressed forward on the last stretch before Merchant's Hollow. On the final night before their arrival, Ulrich was visited by the traveller, coming to inquire how serious Ulrich was with his pledge. Given his dire situation and the traveller seeing value in someone that has not a lot left to live for, a deal was agreed that in exchange for Ulrich making the most of his time left on this world to stir up as much trouble and chaos as he could, the traveller would make things a little bit more interesting for him until he released his mortal coil. I think that's how you say that. Yeah.
Visage.
What?
Mortal visage? I don't know.
What we call
Michelle
it?
Visage.
I know them.
Yeah, that's fine.
It works.
Don't ever pipe up in my
Sorry.
recap ever again.
Please.
Arriving in Merchant's Hollow, the group surveyed their surroundings and ultimately decided to part ways with Silas and Durgob to make their passage home a little less suspect. Observed by Sabine, whilst the military leader of the Crimson Legion's presence in Merchant's Hollow seemed to believe their lack of involvement, he still remained dubious about the overall circumstance and sent men to investigate. All that remained was for the group to decide on how to travel across the eastern expanse and get to Waysan. With multiple ships, each with its pros and cons, the group decided on the Reef Sprinter, a smaller, faster ship belonging to Captain Zorander, a member of the Revelry and seemingly willing to ask very few questions about the group's purpose. And we pick up there. You guys were just kind of boarding. The crew of the Reef Sprinter were beginning to kind of take care of any kind of final errands that they had left in Merchant's Hollow. Just find some appropriate music for that.
We got all the supplies, didn't we? All the very important supplies.
I think we got food in the end as well. So I know we were getting alcohol, but
Yeah.
quick thing though. Did we? Because I don't think we ever specifically said which cart we gave to Durgob and Silas.
It was the one that we took from.
Well, there was two that we took, I think, and one of them had loads of ore in it.
I think that's the one we left with them.
Yeah, that's probably the smartest option. Yeah.
Sure.
We took the,
Just a bit of housekeeping.
the chassis for the gold.
Yeah, you could have decided this ahead of time anyway, so
Money's
it's entirely up
ours.
to you.
Yeah, and we got the money, we left them with the ore.
Money's out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, we got the food, got the drink.
How long do we have until anchor's up, Captain?
We have just maybe a couple of hours, not too long. You're more than welcome to dispose of your luggage downstairs. Get yourself comfortable, grab yourself a cot. This is entirely up to you. Yeah, pass the time how you will. It shouldn't take too long though.
I feel like, excuse me if the term is frowned upon, but being among pirates, we need rum. Did you happen to get rum?
We got loads of ale and not necessarily rum.
Do you know if there's rum here?
Follow me.
Oh,
Did you say we were among pirates?
Yes.
Do they mind being called pirates?
Well, that's what I was trepidatious of.
Yeah, he didn't really bat an eyelid to it. The Revelry are known to operate throughout this region, and with the war efforts going on in Luxem and Terrasol, the seas are a bit more fast and loose at the moment. So, yeah. But yeah, he leads you downstairs, below deck, and there's like a main kind of storage area with a few various crates and stuff. and he brings you over to a set of barrels which are kind of gathered in a corner just next to a room that just says like captain's room. So we have dark rum, we have spiced rum, we have white rum, we have tropical rum, we have dense rum, we have dystopian rum. We also have a new one. I'm quite a fan of this one, Loxodon rum. That's that'll put some hairs in your chest.
Do you know, I don't believe I've ever had rum. I'm aware of it, but
It's the best.
I look forward to this voyage a great deal.
We're gonna have a lot of fun together.
Absolutely.
Especially me and my fellow bookworm over here.
Oh, I forgot I'd made an agreement.
Going to be bunk buddies.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm just at
He
the.
fancies
I'm,
it.
I'm just the-
he's just
I'm
he
just the
respects
captain's-
a fellow
treasured guest.
Smart boy.
academic.
Academic.
Yeah. Thinks big brains are sexy.
They are.
When
And Quinn is.
so obviously you've got to pilot the ship. I don't know the words.
Sail.
Sail. That's it. See,
Sail.
this is why you're in charge. When will you be able to, and your crew, get off?
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand the question.
When will you be able to just have some drinks with us and just relax?
Okay. I mean, once we're a few hours outside of the coastline, we should be able to just pop up the bring down the sails and just let the winds carry us for the most part.
Free and loose. It's nice.
Look, as long as there are no major weather incidents, 7 days, 7 to 8 days, we should be in Waysand by then. So plenty of time for rest, relaxation, and getting to know each other.
And hey, maybe if we find some trouble at sea, we will have a scrap on our hands.
Yeah, there's a strong possibility of that.
Excellent. I've had a few less than stellar performances of late, and I'm eager to get the rust off, as it were.
Hey, no judgment. We all get gobbled up every now and again.
Some more than others, it seems.
It's happened to me a few times. I love my
Sex
job. But he gives you a brief tour. Because this is a Cavalier, it's a little bit of a smaller ship, so you've got the main kind of deck area, which is around about 35-40 feet in length, and about 25 feet in width. Takes you to the far end. I should have had various boat terminologies, but the rear of the ship, where the captain's quarter is.
Stern?
Sure, stern, whatever. Where there's a nice plush rug on the floor, and there is a desk with about 3 or 4 chairs seated around it, and then there is a desk behind that has various papers, inks, some coin left on there, a couple of knives, and then just to the left there is a opening into a more private area. And he Quinn, perhaps you and me can have a personal tour later on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
sounds
It's
good.
to
I have a few books that you could peruse.
Oh, that would be most pleasurable. Thank you.
Anyway, continues to the
Tete-a-tete, perhaps.
Call your cat.
the front of the ship, and there are just a series of bunks that are kind of like hung from the walls themselves. So there's enough room for maybe like probably only 2 of you could get one to yourself, and then one of you would have to share with another member of the crew, and then 2 of you would have to like
shotgun the
One of
chair.
the larger,
top and tail.
One of the larger members of the crew, I feel like I'll
Should
probably
probably
be better.
bunk up with.
probably
a
better
crew
to
member.
have a bunk to myself.
Oh.
What about me?
Well, we haven't established whether you need to sleep or not.
That's a really good point.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I probably don't. I'll try that tonight.
Yeah, give it a go. And then if not, we'll have you sleeping top deck so that you're there ready and raring to go should anything come and get us.
Yep, ever watchful.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So when I get myself a bunk.
I get myself a bunk. Oh, sorry, Owain.
No. Oh, wait, yeah, that's it too.
What was that? Sorry.
Oh, you weren't listening. That's fine. Don't worry.
I was preoccupied.
We're just dealing with sleeping arrangements. You don't have a bunk.
I think you're gonna sleep with. I'll look around and look at the crew. What's the crew like?
So back
Scurvy.
up, back up top.
Are there any?
Just make a perception check.
Yeah. Are there any?
Perception or insight, depending on what you want to gather from them.
Let's go for insight because that's better. 13 plus 4 would be 17.
17.
So most of them are kind of running around getting various things done, kind of organising ropes, making sure that everything's tied down properly. There is a female sea elf who, as you guys are kind of just moseying around the ship, she and Kendrick seem pretty close. There is a female Goliath who is scanning each one of you and like kind of watching all of you wherever you go, whatever you're doing, is just kind of keeping a very sharp eye on you. There is a male gnome who has not really acknowledged you and is kind of
busy,
balls deep in like black powder and shit like that.
Oh shit.
There is a male human who is has kind of kept his distance from you all, and then there is another male human who just every time you look at him, you just hi.
Oh.
I would suggest, Owain, that you bunk up with the larger lady. She seems very accommodating.
I'm just going to look at her and see how she reacts to me.
Just cold eyes. She's got like a like a shawl of sorts,
Okay.
with these almost like kind of soft greens and blues kind of interwoven into it, and then has this like staff as well, and what looks like a kind of cresting crown of like dried seaweed and like wood, but she's just mad dogging you.
I think she'd be particularly happy with that.
I think she'd be exactly what you need. I would say it'd be nice and cold. She's big, she'll keep you warm. Pardon me.
Hello.
Hello. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Ulysses Armstrong, leader of Cadet Camps. And I was wondering if this evening in your bunk you might have space for this eligible young bachelor. His first voyage at sea.
I've done a few.
He's done a few voyages at sea. He's a certified seaman.
Do you keep your hands to yourself?
Oh. Yes. On my amulet.
I'll allow it.
Oh.
Okay. Can't wait.
And just kind of walks away from you.
I didn't catch your name.
I'll put my bags down.
As she's walking away and as you shout that, the seemingly like fairly nice male human, just tan skin, a few like tribal tattoos kind of crawling up his arms, quite big, though doesn't seem necessarily all there, kind of comes over and is like, oh yeah, that's Hilden.
Hilden.
Hilden, yeah.
Okay, and you are?
Oh, my name's Kajori.
Kajori, nice to meet you.
Hello.
I'm Ulysses. This is Owain.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yuli, Owain.
No.
No,
Ulysses.
there's a lot of S's in there.
Well, just think Uli at sea. Ulysses.
Yuli at sea. Okay,
That'll do.
I like that.
That'll do.
That's nice, that is.
Is Sabine nearby?
Hi.
This is Sabine.
Hello.
I like your tattoos.
Oh, thank you.
Where'd you get them?
I kind of just let people draw on me.
Can I draw on you?
Oh, yeah, I think we've still got a kit downstairs.
Amazing.
I've got some space on my back.
Amazing.
This is already quite the voyage. And I don't know if our other friends are nearby, but we have the tall, pale one. You'll know him as Ulrich.
Rick.
Rick will do. That's fine.
Yeah.
He's. I just said try and stay out of his way.
Oh,
He
okay.
doesn't have a great deal of spatial awareness.
Oh, I understand that. Happens to me all the time. End up knocking people overboard.
Yeah,
Oh.
can't be good. Can't be good. Probably best that he doesn't go overboard as well. He's quite.
He'd probably sink.
Yeah, no,
He'd
definitely.
probably come back.
He'd probably take you with him as well. We don't want that.
No, I don't like swimming.
Then we have Quinn. I think he's with the captain at the moment, but
You get on really well with him.
Yeah?
yeah.
I think so.
You seem
He's
like a
very
really smart
excited to
guy.
meet you.
Yeah.
I've
He's-
been told that I'm quite sharp.
Yeah, sharp as a marble, I bet.
They often say boulders.
That works too.
Good question.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would get on swimmingly with you. He loves, intelligent, engaging conversation.
Oh, okay. I know a lot about knots.
Is that your job on the ship?
No, they just give me that so that I don't do other stuff.
Yeah, they don't let you use the gunpowder and stuff.
No.
I think why would they give anyone else knots when they've already got the best knotsmith on board?
I do play with knots a lot. Oh, I'm glad you're on board.
Do you ever tie up a knot, hold it up, and say, "What do you think of these knots?"
I've never tried that before.
Do it to
Hilden?
Hilden.
Yeah, I'll
Give that a try with her.
She could do with a smile.
Yeah.
Better yet, maybe it's a nice icebreaker for when you meet Quinn. I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
he'd really appreciate the
Oh,
jape.
absolutely.
Yeah, he'd really like that.
Oh, it's not very often we get nice people on the ship.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
bad about the marble comment. No, you seem awfully pleasant, and I sincerely hope, should we come into any trouble, you don't get hurt.
Ah,
You look like you could do some hurting.
Yeah, have you good in a scrap? Ever killed a man?
not on purpose.
Good enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good
that
enough.
makes it okay.
Okay. Well, I've got knots to tie, so I'll see you all later.
Jory,
Have
Take,
fun.
I'll get that tattoo for you, yeah?
Sounds good.
Jory.
I like him.
What a delightful chap.
This is gonna be great.
The black powder gnome. I'd like to slowly approach him and just ask, "Hello, friend."
So as you are approaching him, just from the back, it's just topless. There does appear to be some sort of top, but it's wrapped around the waist. Very kind of baggy, worn pants, but just a massive black mohawk just from the back. And as you kind of approach him, he just whips around and he's just got these massive, bloodshot, wild eyes. Hi!
Hey, friend. We're booking passage on your vessel. We thought we'd introduce ourselves.
You thought you did, would you?
Well, I thought it only polite to do so if we're sailing
Common
together.
courtesy.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You deal with the explosives, right?
Amongst other things, yeah. Why?
Is it fun?
You planning on touching powder?
No, I'm not into that. Are you?
You want some powder?
Wait, are we gonna be friends?
No.
No.
See you later.
No, probably not. No. But
No.
yeah, is it fun blowing stuff up?
Oh, I hear you. I never messed with cannons before.
No, can I?
Muskets!
Can I? Whilst we're on board?
No.
Oh.
No.
Unless we need
I
to.
thought I was gonna get to do some work experience.
Not
Oh no, if you've never handled a candle before... Candle? I suppose if you've never handled a candle before, you probably shouldn't handle a candle. But a cannon? Definitely not. We've got a ballista up at the front, you could probably use that.
Oh. It's like a big crossbow, right?
It's an oversimplification of it, which kind of works. But yes.
I'd like to use that.
She shoots things with crossbows all the time.
Just
Yeah.
I make it appear. This is it. It's quite small in comparison. You know.
Great.
Didn't catch your name.
Huh?
Your name, sir.
Smith!
Smith.
Smith.
Hey.
Smith. Good to meet you. Ulysses. Owain. Sabine. Big grey one. Ulrich. Tiny red one.
Purple.
Quinn. Purple one.
Purple.
Purple.
Quinn.
Okay.
Light.
Hey.
Both
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Big one dumb. Small one smart.
Okay. I like that.
Why
Break
use,
it down.
Why use lots of words when few words do trick?
True words never spoken. Great stuff. You can see that as he's like talking, he's got this like big goatee that kind of drifts down, and as he's talking, he's just like dribbling.
Smith, let me ask you a question. When's the last time you slept?
I don't.
I got
Why
the,
sleep?
I got the. You may die if you don't. You may die if you don't.
Ah, well, we're gonna die someday, eh?
Yes. What a philosophy.
Probably be best to go out on your own terms. But I
I
guess
will.
choosing not to sleep is your own terms. So.
Yes.
I will go out on my own terms. Do you know why?
Tell me.
Because I'm gonna take a fucking cannon. I'll take it down to hell and I'll blow everybody up down there.
Amazing.
Isn't that more after the fact?
Maybe.
Are you a holy boy? Is that what we've got going on
It
here?
actually is. It's really
Oh.
How did
I
you
think
guess?
the colours of my creed.
No, it's that throbbing erection that you got down there when I mentioned religion. Anyway, I've got stuff to do. It's good to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
We'll try to stay out of your way.
That's fine.
Let us know if you need anything.
If you
And
need
just-
any help at all.
Kind of like head first into a barrel of black powder and just starts stuffing it into.
As we walk away, Owain sort of fidgets himself to get more comfortable.
You need to call the guards. There's been a murder.
Sea elf.
Mm.
Tell me more about her.
So,
Please, DM. Please.
How blue is she?
More of a green complexion, actually. Marine green.
It's awfully assumptive of you, so that's.
Yeah, come on now.
Sorry, cut that.
please.
Nice.
This person up by the
wheel.
Yep, the big wheel, the big wooden wheel. Yeah,
Might
so
also be the stern.
I think the ship is the stern.
Yeah.
Board the stand.
slightly green complexion, kind of messy, tied up, almost like auburn hair. The classic pointy ears of an elf, and almost like a golden brown waistcoat, but has these almost like flowy like sleeves that are somewhat translucent, and then these just like baggy kind of purpley, dark purple pants. It's quite a figure.
Would I know? I speak Elvish.
Mm.
Would I know like a common Elven greeting?
Yeah, if you speak the language of it.
I would approach with common Elven greeting number 1, and kind of nod slightly.
Kind of leaning on the wheel a little bit, nods to you and just says, "Hey, well, it's lovely to have someone Elven on here."
Sudian?
Susudio.
Susudio,
Sudian. Oh.
a cultured man, I see.
I know. I've spent some time in some books. Learned a little bit. Ulysses Armstrong of the Death Hums.
Death Hums.
So,
It's an interesting name.
You
yeah,
might have heard of us.
we're working on it. It's kind of somewhat entrenched. We took part in the games over in Monolum.
Ah, yes. Kendrick did mention that.
Yeah. We did okay. One of our guys died but came back. So it's a story.
Happens a lot.
Yeah, it happens.
Happens to the best of us, I suppose. Yeah.
Absolutely. Your name? Sorry.
Dahlia.
Dahlia.
Hey.
Pleasure. This is Owain and Sabine.
I too say Syriad, just to be in the...
It's pronounced Susudio, but close enough. I would have thought you'd get that one with your ears.
It's been a while since I've
It's been a while.
gone back to my roots.
Understandable.
Sabine tries to mimic what you both just said and massacres it. Like, Spudio.
It's the thought that counts.
I'm
Did you
trying.
say booty hole?
It's a new one there.
The booty hole.
Yes. It's a great little in.
Sabutio.
Well, I mean, it's lovely to have you on here.
Yeah, we'll be travelling with you across the other continent.
Yeah.
What's your role on the ship?
I'm first mate.
First mate.
Yeah, me and Kendrick go way back. I feel like I should just say this up top because I feel like most of the crew are probably have either avoided you or they've been a little bit weird.
Well, Owain's already bunking with the tall.
Kajori's great. I like him. Oh?
Everybody
Sweet.
likes him.
He's sweet. Yeah.
Dumb as a stump.
Yeah.
Bit weak.
Really?
But it's good to have around.
Oh, seems like fun.
Show myself.
Empty mass.
Not that kind of mess, Owain.
Nosebleed.
Well, yes. Whilst everybody's probably been quite nice to you, or you know, kind of steered clear, I suppose. Stab us in the back, and I'll fucking gut you all.
No, that seems fun.
I would heartily, mirror the sentiment.
Same to you.
Yes.
Gesundheit.
Nice.
But we have no intention of fucking anyone over while we're on the ship.
We're not fucking anyone.
Fucking anyone.
Some of us are saving us.
Fucking anyone over.
Oh,
Fucking's on the table,
I know.
Yeah.
according to...
Is that why
Our
I'm
boy.
in the bed?
No.
Oh, I thought... Okay.
No, I thought she'd be there to protect you.
That'd be nice.
Yes. She looks like she gives great cuddles.
Big spoon.
Big spoon.
Uh-huh.
Maybe little spoon. Sometimes big people like being little spoon. And if Sabine doesn't mind, perhaps you would oblige. It's just a cuddle.
Should probably check him first.
Sorry. He's got a godwife.
Oh,
Or
wow,
so-
very fancy.
So he says.
Well,
We've never met her.
nothing official yet.
you just mean that you worship her.
More than that. No. Cut that. Yes, I'm pledged to the deity of Sani for guidance and passage along this world.
Okay, there's nothing wrong in that.
Yeah, there's no judgment here, mate.
Everybody has a god, and you believe in them, and if you end up dying, then maybe you bask in their glow, and that's about as far as it goes.
In his instance, I think it's slightly more than that. Which reminds me, and I pull out your
it's a bit
book.
more sexual.
Okay, I've been holding on to that. I found it on Silas's person, and I thought you should have it back.
I saw this given to you.
Yes, I saw him take it. I thought this needs to go back where it came from, and there you are. Now. Doing as much as I can to not do it.
Well, enjoy your time on the ship. Try and lend a hand if you can, but if you can't, stay out the way.
Sure. I look forward to sharing a drink with you later on the voyage.
Maybe that will happen.
Maybe.
Nice.
All right. Well, lovely stuff. Deaf hums.
We're thinking of rebranding. We've got a few names.
No, stick with it if that's what you want.
It's not. It was
It's kind of.
It's a weird thing. The big dead-looking one. He had a hum that was in his gut, and he keeps dying. So death hum.
So you you based your group name, the name that, as adventurers, people are going to know far and wide on indigestion.
No, it's more than
death.
that. It's
basically that.
full blown IBS at this point.
That'll get you. That will get you.
It'll get you.
Right,
We're thinking the Forsaken.
The Forsaken was.
That's not bad.
I thought so.
That's a bit of a better one.
That's
We're
that's
trying,
alright.
But of course, the Forsaken. But we'll go with that.
Maybe from now?
I think.
We'll see what happens.
I'll get the book out and I'll just... then a few question mark shapes. I say... Creten enomentiva. Which
And
means,
pray do tell, what does that mean?
maybe my pronunciation was off. Be seeing. Because the elvish thing you were doing, and I...
Okay, I mean, I get that I'm Elven, but you don't have to pander. Okay, it's coming off a little bit needy and desperate.
And he's not even interested. He's
Well,
just trying to be nice, I suppose.
I mean, if you're doing that with me, you're never going to get anywhere with your god of yours.
she doesn't speak. She speaks a different language.
Stop flirting.
I'm
What
gonna
would
go
say
because
anything?
I don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna go.
What would
Okay.
say
I love your
anything
outfit,
from
by the way.
I just
Thank
thought it was
you.
a meet
Really nice.
Thank
cute.
you.
I love the books off.
Gonna
Are you two still
stuff in
there?
my-
I tell him to stop flirting because saying he's watching.
Yeah. Flutter my arm, just walk away. No boner. So well done. Deal with that.
Bonus check.
Oh, what does that mean?
Sabine,
Yeah.
with your
That's never happening again.
passive
Rose knowledge.
passive perception,
Yes.
the final member of the crew you see is talking to someone on the dock, and they seem to exchange hands, and the person leaves.
Does the person that was on the ship come back on board?
He does. And he starts walking directly to you lot, because you're still kind of on the deck, aren't you?
Sabine's headed off from these two. She wants to meet him first after seeing this.
Oh, okay.
Bump into him.
Yeah. So another male human, grey goatee, slightly greying hair, but very well built, muscular jawline, but kind of immediately stops a little bit as you come to the mega Chad chin guy.
Nice. That's hot.
Oh shit!
That's hot. Sorry, we're going around introducing ourselves on the ship. We're going to be traveling with you. What's your name?
I'm Ronan.
Roland.
Ronan.
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 Is it with an M at the end or a
Ronan.
Ronan.
I'm Ronan.
Ronan.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. We're the Forsaken. And they join us at this point, I guess. This is.
I thought you were Deaf Hums.
We're going through a rebrand. It's a lot.
Okay. Well, I mean, I have a letter
Oh.
for
The Death Homes?
the Owain of the Deaf Hums.
Oh, I'll take that.
Nah,
You're not there.
You're approaching. We're approaching.
am I being served?
I'd like to
Gives it to you.
sleight hand it, hide it straight away. See if he notices.
Roll a sleight of hand, roll a perception check.
Sleight hand. That is a grand total of 30.
What's your passive perception, mate?
Still not good enough.
42.
8. Yours
16.
is. Oh, yeah, it's gone. Oh, I need to get refresh numbers for your passives. Yeah. As you take it, it's just like. Alright,
Yeah.
whatever.
What is it you do here on the ship?
I'm just a deckhand.
What does it?
Oh, don't be so hard.
Don't put yourself down. What's that mean? I don't know. I've never really been on a ship before.
It means I just do odd jobs. Okay?
That sounds fun.
If we approached yet.
Yeah. It was said that you kind of stumbled up. As you two kind of come up, he's kind of says, okay, alright, well,
This is
Hello,
see you
fellas.
later.
What's
this is Ronan.
Ronan?
Ronan.
Ronan.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I assume you're of some import on the ship, as I see you've been busy.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I'm going to continue to be busy now.
Well, don't let us keep you. If
Thanks.
you need a hand with anything, let us know. We're both very strong.
Shut my jaw out.
I put my hand out. Owain.
It's good for you. And just barges past you.
You know, he was the
Really?
least friendly one of them.
Man of action there.
Yeah, he's a busy guy.
Busy guy, has his
He's
eyes on the prize.
He's a deckhand.
Oh, don't be mean.
No, that's...
He definitely acted like one.
yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah. Let's give him a chance.
Gonna have his hands full of deck at some point. I think that's what it means. Anyway.
There's a lot to go around.
So yeah, after kind of going around and meeting everybody, there's another couple of people that come onto the ship that just appear to be also getting passage as well. There is an exchange of coin, though you cannot see how much specifically, unless you are trying, to eavesdrop on their conversation.
I would be keen to listen to an extent just to get an idea of who these people are who are travelling alongside us.
Make a perception check.
Natural 1. It's noisy at sea, isn't it?
It is noisy. It is noisy, and
Them seagulls, though.
with each person that comes on, there is a particular hushed nature to each conversation that happens. There's only like 2 or 3 people that come on, most of them single passengers, but you don't overhear anything in particular, unfortunately. But
We already reserved our beds, right?
you have already reserved your beds. Most of them seem to have like bed cot, whatever they are. Yeah, bedding.
Back rolls.
Bed rolls.
Back rolls.
Bed rolls.
Big rolls.
And at that point,
Very interesting.
Kendrick rings a bell and alright, better make sure that you're on the boat or otherwise you're definitely not coming with us, are you? Let's get going, eh? And everybody starts pulling in the ropes, chucking them back onto the ship, pulling the plank or the gangwalk on as well. Anything that you guys want to do whilst they're preparing to set sail?
While Monty is on the shore,
Oh,
I give him a little wave and click my fingers, and he puffs into like some kind of spectral light and goes away for a bit.
Yeah. You just see like a dock worker go, his cart away.
Sabine would like to just keep an eye on the ship that the Crimson Legion on, see if she can see anything happening, see if she can see Durgob or Silas, or see any riders coming back into town or anything.
Okay, roll a perception check. It'll be a higher DC because there are a couple of other boats in between, or there's one boat in between you and the Tide Gorger.
Let's chill it.
25.
Sounds like
25.
Yeah.
Other than, I mean, a lot of the town square itself is blocked off by the row of buildings and shops that kind of separate the dock itself and the bulk of the town. On the ship, however, you can see that there is a fair bit of activity, but from this distance, you can't make out specifics. You don't see Durgob, you don't see Silas. That's about it. Even with that high roll, because you're quite a distance away, yeah, rolling a high perception doesn't mean that you instantly get magnifying eyes. But yeah, you can just see that there is a hum of activity on their ship.
With that roll, can I see if there's any telescopes lying about? You know, how pirates have.
Yeah, there is a.
Spyglass, that's it.
You see one hanging off of Dahlia's waist, and there is another one that's affixed to the crow's nest.
I want to get up in that nest.
in the nest.
I go up to Dahlia first and say, a question, could I borrow your eyepiece, or could I use the one up there? I just want to see something on the shore. I think I left something behind. I just want to check that out.
I mean, you definitely can't borrow my one.
That's fine.
And if you want to try climbing up there whilst we're letting the sails go, knock yourself out.
No, maybe not then.
Nah, go on. It'd be fun.
Okay.
Women are meant to bring each other up.
They're fucking pirates. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, hold on. I want an insight check, man. Because you know it's going to go horribly wrong. Can I insight?
Sure.
Yeah. 14.
14. That's hard to read, mate.
You know what?
Seems like, she believes in you. You could probably do it.
What's my acrobatics like? Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so you want to climb up the mast to get to the...
Oh, up the mast?
Yeah.
Nah. I thought there'd be like a ladder or something.
There's some ropes and stuff, but...
Nah, Sabine's going to look at that and go, you know what, don't worry, it's not that important. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So you decide not to, and as you decide not to, part way up where the kind of rope kind of leads up, is suddenly smacked really hard by a big thick piece of wood that the mast is, or the sails are attached to, as they catch some of the wind and smack into the mast itself.
Just look back at Dahlia and go,
It's just like, ah.
Fucking bitch. But yeah, that's it.
Cool. And so with that, everything is packed on, everybody kind of battens down the hatches, and the ship itself begins to lurch forward and slowly begins to set sail.
This is new. I approach Owain and just ask, so you've sailed before?
Yes, when I was a scribe for the Knights of the Celadrine, we would travel from temple to temple every 6 months or so.
I suppose the Minche Isles implies
Yes,
islands that you need to traverse.
correct. And we would also spread out among the cities and peninsulas and isles that were part of the Deslanter rule. So yes, there was a fair bit of travelling. Nothing as long as this, but
This is my first time on a boat.
how do you feel?
Weird. Landlocked, used to terra firma, know my ins and outs on land. At sea, this is equal parts terrifying and invigorating experience.
It takes a bit of time to get used to, but usually preoccupying yourself with prayer or combat practice. And
Combat practice would probably be the best option. Prayer doesn't seem to be availing me much at the moment.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is there, well, if you ever need a sparring partner, I'm sure I'm building up a little bit of rust, so...
May take you up on that.
Just one thing that's actually been playing on my mind.
Of course.
Did you just, sorry, slip of the tongue. Did Silas say why he had my book in?
He said he found it. He found it, and then when I had a chat with him, I noticed he had it, and I said, "That's not yours," and he was leafing through it, and I said, "That's not okay." I took it from him, and then he insisted, "No, I'll give it back," and he didn't. So I got it back and returned it to its rightful owner.
Probably a good thing that it came from you and not from him after the deceit.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you giving it back to me and taking it from him.
Yeah, of course. I understand you're a bit more devout than I am, but what ties us to our faith is important.
Well, luckily, he wouldn't have seen the true things that I've written there.
What do you mean?
I've managed to get the I've managed to get the tome enchanted by my former mentor. So
where it looks like you've just written Sayan's name 1,000,000 times, it's not actually the scrawlings of a madman.
I chose for it to look like that.
Huh.
What I write in there in Elvish scrambles into common.
What do you know? And there I thought you were a maniac.
I would have killed him.
Yeah. Well, just as well. I may take you up in the morning on that sparring practice.
Yes.
But there's rum to be had, and this sounds absolutely enthralling. So,
Oh, good luck. I may join you for one later. I'm going to go. We staying below deck?
Yes.
And just start to take off my armour and just put my bag on my side of the bunk.
Well, these are almost like hammocks.
So
you can
okay.
kind of like, you could just pop it underneath and you can see that there's like a small chest that is somewhat ajar
Like a
with
foot
stuff
pad.
like hanging up. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay. If there is stuff hanging up, then that's where I'd want to put my armour and cape and just everything else I can put in the trunk.
Yeah. So as you're putting stuff away, you hear a slight creak of wood behind you.
Hand on the hammer. And I just turn around.
As you turn around, you can just see in the doorway Hilden just stand there staring at you.
Just making myself comfortable.
You keep your hands to yourself.
You
You'll lose them.
I have no intention of losing my hands, so they're staying put. I will sleep with my hands in my pockets of my long johns.
It just slowly slides back out the doorway and out of you.
I think she likes you.
Join the queue, because there's also that other woman. Yeah,
Edith, Molly Hole.
Edith, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a competition. Okay, well,
She's got a direct line to your brain.
yeah, I'm just in a turtleneck chainmail shirt. Fits exquisitely. Shines a nice teal in the light, but looks silver. But I look smaller because I haven't got my big fur ruff on. So.
Fair enough.
And then I go back up just to plonk myself on the side.
Cool. So it didn't take you too long to get from the edge of the Tordon Woods to Merchant's Hollow, and kind of going through everything and waiting for them to set sail. It's probably only about mid-afternoon at this point. So you've essentially got most of the afternoon into the late evening to yourselves to decide on what you want to do, who you want to talk to, all that sort of stuff. Just because whilst you're still quite close to the coastline, it's fairly just standard sailing at the moment.
Has Quinn been gone this whole time?
What has Quinn been doing this whole time?
Availing myself of the luxuries of the captain's quarters.
Okay, you've been chatting to the captain.
I've been in his liquor cabinet. I've been twirling his atlas.
So whilst they've been doing most things, and whilst he every now and again he does have to kind of pop in and out.
You've got business to attend to.
He is
Smoke break.
he's quite polite. He engages in conversation around the practice of magic, though his knowledge is somewhat limited compared to yours, having been someone that has studied it for quite some time. His is more of a, for lack of a better term, an amateur.
The journeyman.
Yeah. Though he does more so specialise in illusion-based magic and what was the other one? Apologies. And enchantment.
Alright.
But was there anything in particular you want to discuss with the captain, Kendrick?
Is there a bunk or a hammock in his quarters?
So if you ask that, he says,
I'll look first.
So in the main kind of area of his room, there is not, but you can see that there's almost like those changing,
Rails?
rails.
Sails.
Kind of, yeah. No, there's like those big long like sheets of almost like plastic or something like that where you can go behind and you can change. There's one of those.
Divider.
Yeah. There's like a divider that's set
Concertina
up,
divider.
and there is like
Stump house.
there's like another area.
Okay. Gotta put my head round. Making myself up. Home.
So as you poke your head around, there is a what looks to be a very comfortable king-size bed.
Okay, cool.
Like cabinets on either side of it, like small bedside cabinets on either side, and towards the tail end of the bed, there does appear to be a small table of sorts with various books that has
cool.
a window that looks directly out to sea.
So romantic. It is in like what's the sea.
Right,
shit.
yeah.
So I was asking him in one of the moments he's in here with me. Oh, is this where I'll be staying tonight?
I mean, I kind of thought that we would have to have dinner or something like that, but we can certainly.
No. It's already very very kind of you to offer me your quarters for the trip. That's...
Well, well, let's just say that I'm certainly looking forward to tonight then.
Okay.
Change of pace for you, is it?
Must be some pirate thing, I suppose. Quinn doesn't investigate. He's So I'm just finger through the books that are at the foot of the bed.
Yep. So make an investigation check for me.
Oh, here we go.
Let's get some more rolls going, eh?
I've made it into like golf.
Oh yeah. Are you good looking at that?
Oh well, we'll see. That's the fun of the game.
Okay.
Oh, shame.
10.
10. Obviously, not too hard to go through books that are already out on display. Just a kind of casual peruse. There are a few different books around. Do you want to make more noise, mate?
Sorry.
Jesus.
I really wasn't expecting that.
It's pizza time.
Not pirate laws. Sea laws.
Maritime.
Maritime laws.
And how to break them.
There's a couple of books around different trade lines and imports and exports of various continents and cities. And there's another couple of books specifically around the practicing of illusionary magic, which again, for you and just as a mechanical standpoint, like we're talking like level 2, level 3.
Yeah. Quinn don't care. That's like
Kid stuff.
it's like trinkets and baubles illusions and stuff. Like that's not.
I feel like level 2 spells are like the main thing you use. Shut up.
I cast disintegrate on the DM.
I cast giant rock falls on all of you, you all die.
What?
How unlikely. No, I actually will read up. This is so fucking boring as a character on the maritime law. I want to know as much as I can in case anything happens around the sea. I want to be razor sharp.
If anyone tries to board, actually you can't do that.
Clearly, it says here.
Section 42.
Sub-article F.
We'll take our leave. Sorry.
Any rocks or like the bird.
Yeah.
ROC that's sliding. Away with you.
No.
But just as a brief gist of it, there is a company or a fleet, as it were, known as the Clovis Concord, primarily operate out of Terra Sol, which would partially lead you to believe that perhaps they are engaged in other things at the moment.
Who are?
The Terrasol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, or the Clovis Concord, because they are based primarily out of Terrasol. But yeah, they are the primary source of maritime law enforcement around Estrus. And the bulk of it is, like the standard stuff of, no stealing, piracy is outlawed, blah 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 blah.
I'll just read the nuances of maritime law.
There you go.
Make myself comfortable, put my feet up, pour a little drink.
And
We're drinking.
Port brandy, I imagine he's got.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Top shelf.
As you're kind of looking for something to drink, he does say, is there anything in particular that you would like? You seem to have a higher taste. Perhaps the wine?
Get the bottle! Get the bottle!
Yes, absolutely. I'll take a small glass of red wine in the afternoon, just to settle into the journey.
Absolutely. And he goes off and he goes to like a small cabinet and like pulls it open, and as he does, it pops up and there's almost like a sort of like semi-dome that spins around, and there are various bottles and glasses and stuff. And he grabs a particular bottle of red wine which looks fairly old. The label itself is kind of stained somewhat, and like kind of worn away at the edges, and pops it open, allows it to aerate, and then pours out a medium glass and hands it over to you. Let me know what you think and if you would like more.
Absolutely, thank you. I'm sure you have captain duties to attend to, so...
Unfortunately so.
Busy man.
Indeed.
I know what it's like running a crew. So
Are you the leader of the group upstairs?
in many ways. Yeah.
Then we do indeed have a lot in common. I look forward to going through our
Things in common.
shared interests. He makes his way out.
Oh, man, being an arrogant knobhead is paying us compared to Owain, who's slinging it with a really uncomfortable hammer.
not slinging. Oh, right, yeah.
With someone who's going to take up 80% of the room in the bed as well.
But as he leaves, the ship begins to set sail, and as you're kind of like pulling further away from... that's weird. Oh, the Wi-Fi is gone. Apologies. As you begin to pull away from the harbour, it is quite nice. Like there's something settling about having the sound of the sea, perusing whilst it may not be the most entertaining book in the world, but just reading and having like a good drink is. This is probably the most amount of comfort that you've had in a while.
Good, about fucking time.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to rinse every drop out of that comfort.
Straight to the first night.
We're going to be hella uncomfortable.
Depends on you. The cost of that comfort.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
We've run out of wine now.
What the wine bottle doing?
Well, funny that Owain was like, just like with the plebs, like in the galley, and it's going to be smelly and dirty.
He's a man of the people.
Yeah, he's a common man. He's a religious boy, so he's not used to...
Okay, so you've been sailing now for a couple of hours. Things are starting to wind down a little bit. Whilst there is still things that the crew themselves are doing. This fucking... What? Are we ending the session there, are we? The energy on the ship is starting to wind down a little bit, and it seems that there is a general calm that is starting to flow over the ship. Sorry, Danilo.
Yeah, I had what to say.
Yeah, what? What do you want to say?
Apologies, firstly.
A Polynesian spa.
There are no way.
Are we very much out at sea now? Like there's no sight of land anywhere?
I would say at this point you can still see the coast, but it is like quite a ways away at this point now.
It's on the horizon.
How many people in total are on the ship?
So far you have met 5 crew members,
Yeah.
3 passengers,
Oh, okay.
and then yourselves.
Close.
So close.
13.
13 altogether. Baker's dozen.
Yeah.
Is it cramped with that many people, or is it? Are we?
No.
Oh, right.
I'd say like if there was another like 5 more people, it would be like, oh, we're bumping shoulders with each other. Cavaliers are quite small ships, hence why they are fairly speedy, and it don't require too many crew members to actually run a ship smoothly.
Cool. Wonderful. If things are beginning to relax, I would have probably helped myself to some of that rum. Be on deck, chainmail still under my shirt, got my shirt down buttoned, wind in my hair, leaning on my sword, just looking up to see.
Renaissance folk.
Yeah. Holding the glass like that from the top.
It'd be like this. It'd just be swirling, just like. I tell you what, this is invigorating.
Sabine has a wine.
Yeah.
Do you?
We got some wine.
He
has
you've
a glass.
got your
Oh,
own wine. You've got your own
Our
wine.
own wine.
Probably wasn't
Okay.
carrying them either, so you couldn't have them.
Yeah.
Um,
That's fine. That's fine.
I guess I would have just
Yeah, you
uncorked
got the
it.
cakes, didn't
It's
you?
probably not glasses, so just uncork the wine and just.
I'm gonna aerate it. Oh.
Oh, I'm not. I could ask, but initially she's gonna just. Yeah, this is really nice.
Now, being a slightly smaller ship, there is a bit of chop.
Ooh.
So there is a bit of a bump every now and again. It's worse worse towards the coast as you were first pulling out. Now it's starting to kind of ease up a little bit, but there is like a.
This is really nice.
Would my +8 in athletics help me keep me?
You're pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just widen the stance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Engage the core.
Power like.
Knees facing me.
You're holding onto the rail.
This is really nice. Fucking wine.
That guy's going to walk past and knock you over.
See ya.
What was that?
What's Ulrich up to?
Ulrich currently is he's just appears to be talking to his stomach.
Oh.
Yeah. Just he's just like looking down. Alright, okay, so like what should we do? Like, should I trip someone up? Should I shit in someone's bowl? Just general inane chatter.
Just Ulrich thinks.
Yeah, the floor is yours. You've got hours in brackets to do whatever you want.
In-game time.
Yes. Yeah. If there is nothing in particular that you have that you want to do,
Not straight
then we
away.
can like fast forward to the evening if you would like to.
I might quickly go below deck and find a quiet corner to say a little prayer.
Yeah.
All goes quiet.
Man, you slap it.
All you hear is. And then it just comes back upstairs. No.
You look
No.
drained.
This must be the sea air. My lips are salty.
Oh no! That's a bridge too far.
Just trying to-
I don't know about
You're good at.
I think I would probably, after an hour or two, go in search of Quinn and be like, where did he go?
He has been missing for like 4 hours.
On the dock. He's everyone. We were meant to meet here.
Yeah, after kind of going down below deck, you hear the sound of cordial chatter
Intense study.
with the captain's quarters door slightly ajar.
Both, I want to say, come in at the same time. He says,
Oh god.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, come in.
oh, excuse me.
Sorry, that is my fault entirely.
My mistake.
Poke my head around and be like, Captain? Quinn?
Oh, hello.
Hello. I see you've made yourself comfortable.
Yes, as I was invited to do so. This
Oh,
is
of course.
Lovely.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you going to be joining us at any stage, or shall we...
I'm so tired.
Please,
I'm sure it's at some point in the next 10 days we'll
yeah.
have to talk.
Please don't feel obliged to spend any time with your teammates. That's fine. Captain.
Does Quinn know he changed the name?
No.
Been dropped.
Check it out. Check it out.
I trust you'll take good care of our comrades.
Oh, believe me and my good friend Quinn here are going to be having a wonderful time. He puts his hand on your forearm, gives it a little squeeze.
Reality setting in.
Can I roll
Something's not right.
do I need to roll insight?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Sure.
What race is he?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, for roleplay informational context purposes, Simon.
He appears to be Genasi.
Oh, you did say. Yes.
That would be a 12.
12? I mean, he...
Do I get
he's-
the impression he wants Quinn
In and around.
As its new first mate.
as a quirked up devil boy?
From that role,
bust it down.
from what you've seen so far,
Wants to get that
he,
Quinn up scene.
he seems to genuinely just appreciate Quinn's company.
Okay.
But that's just with that role.
Okay, no problem. Okay,
Do I
well,
see Misty Step?
I'll,
Into the sea.
No, I don't.
Into his pants.
well, we're above board enjoying a few drinks. Captain, if you have any need of us, please don't hesitate to ask.
Oh, absolutely. Feel free to help yourself to rum. Supper should be... of course. Supper should be at around about sunset. But yes, enjoy your time.
May I ask you a quick question?
Of course.
What's Dahlia's deal?
She can be a little confrontational,
Yeah, I got that.
but she means well. We've known each other for many years, and she has a habit of getting me out of bad situations, and I am not always the best judge of character. So she's there to watch my blind spots. And looks at Quinn.
Quinn looks behind him.
You couldn't see behind you, I think, because you're in the way.
Oh, apologies.
Blind
Let's get quite cramped on this room.
Right. Okay.
But don't take it personally.
No, not at all.
Same with Hilden. She's
She seems delightful. I don't get that vibe from her at all. Knows what she's about. Very straight shooter.
yes.
Quinn and she seem like they'll be bunking. Not Quinn, beg your pardon. Owain and she seem like they'll be bunking. Good fit, do you think?
No.
No. It'll be interesting to say the least.
She's not super keen on other people. So, but hey,
He's people.
he certainly seemed like a person.
Yeah. We'll see
That's
how that
fine.
goes. We'll see how that goes. Good speaking to you, Captain.
And you. Another glass?
No, I'll wait for dinner, actually. I'll wait for tea.
Smart man. Smart man.
It's 1 in the afternoon, before 6.
So, another couple of hours that go by. Just as general reminders, is there anything that you would like to do with the letter that you intercepted?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Sabine will sneak herself off, and then looking at the letter, does it look like it can be opened and then resealed?
You certainly could. It would be probably a sleight of hand check of sorts to see how well you can get into it without it seeming like it's been opened.
It's fine, by me.
Is there any particular place that you would like to do this? Below deck, above deck, crow's nest,
Looking at the
towards
crow's
the stern?
looking at the crow's nest now, is there like a clear way of getting up there?
There is. There with the mast.
lose that.
Hour. Guess we'll never know. Yeah, they'll call
I guess
back.
we'll never know.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that there has been other members of the crew, specifically Hilden, has made her way up and down it a couple of times, primarily when they were coming out of the coast itself. So it's doable.
One glass of wine so far as well.
Yeah.
I'd say. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's gonna try and get up to the top of that.
Okay. Could you make an athletics check for me?
Piece of shit. Yeah, it's a grand total of 3.
Just like,
Yeah. You start climbing up. And you're like, I've got this. You get maybe about 5 feet up, and you just get a bit of a stitch. You just kind of start climbing back down again.
Did she see anybody looking at her?
Just behind your right shoulder, Hilden is there. She's like, do you need help?
Alright, I mean, yeah, that'd be great. I'm trying to.
Climb with me.
Okay. Yeah,
And she just takes your hand and starts like, for herself, just one hand, and like kind of dragging you up a little bit.
Oh, jeez.
God, you're strong.
You can just see like the forearm like muscles just flexing, and she kind of grabs onto the bottom of the crow's nest and just looks at you. You got it from here.
Not sure. I can try.
She just starts to like lift you up, put you up there, and just says, "Be careful."
If I want to get back down, do you? No.
She's already climbing back.
Thank you.
Now that you're up here, with the only person that's been coming and going from this particular area being Hilden, you can see that there's like almost these like kind of plush cushions spaced around. There is the spyglass that's set on a rail that can spin all the way around the actual crow's nest itself, and there are little kind of figurines of various sea creatures.
Oh.
And there's like little bits of like wood shavings and like woodling. Whittling.
Before she goes to let, she wants to have a look through the spyglass just because it's there.
Cool. Make a perception check with advantage.
Yeah, baby. 28.
28. So behind you, you can see the ever shrinking coastline disappearing into the horizon, and looking out to your right hand side, wherever that would be in the ship, you can see a ship a little bit of a ways off. Seems to be heading in a different direction, kind of more southern direction, as you're heading directly east. And you can see a few creatures kind of like breaking the surface and kind of going in and out at the moment. But at the moment, relatively calm seas. There is like a general kind of bit of cloudiness in the sky, but you would kind of pertain that to the storm that not so long kind of is a bit of ahead of you. A bit ahead of you?
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's open this fucking letter.
Port is the left-hand side.
Port.
You're facing.
Starboard.
Facing forward. Yeah.
Okay. Sleight of hand check.
Let's do this. It's a grand total of 30. It's like that.
30. Without issue, you find a slight parting or like a slight kind of folding of the envelope, and you get your blade, slice ever so finely so that it is like barely noticeable to the eye that there's even like an incision there, and you just kind of like apply a little bit of pressure and then just kind of slide it out, and then as you let go of it again, looking at it, you wouldn't guess that there was like a slice there.
Primo. So, gonna read it.
Okay. Kind of looking for it, there does appear to be some sort of like a insignia stamped on the bottom of this parchment, but it reads to the effect of to our dearest Owain, we have missed you terribly. We do not understand why you decided to leave us, but we understand that at times our hearts take us away. But it is time for you to come back home, come back to the embrace of myself, Corin, and your beloved coroner. There is so much that we have to catch up about, and we can't wait to get our hands around you again.
It's really fucking weird. I thought he just was with that god of his. Okay. Now I feel bad. I should probably give this to him. Yeah. Try to put it back in.
Yep, with the previous roll, absolutely fine. And yeah.
Well, they won't go down just yet. Puts it in a bucket.
Wind up the closest.
Yes. Sees no issues with having another wine. It will be fine getting down.
Yeah, as you were being like pulled up by Heldon, you just had one hand on like a glass of wine.
Slosh it out. I'll wait for Hilden to be near and I'll just scream or something. Stays up on the plush pillows.
Plush pillow.
Chilling.
All right. Also for yourself, Quinn, you do still have your box.
My puzzle box.
Your puzzle box.
The one that got away.
And then if there's anything else that you guys have gotten in your like things that you want to get around to or anything like that, there's going to be some downtime. But after this day, we'll start rolling for things that might come up.
I think I still have the cord doll.
Yep. Because it was passed to you by the child.
Yeah. I will, in kind of a quiet moment, take a look at it and just kind of like have my attention for maybe 5 minutes or so. I'll get lost in a bit of thought of kind of feeling a little bit misguided. A little bit like I don't feel like it's an even deal. No, really.
No.
Go back to my room and contemplate otherwise.
Just because I forgot to mention, it was signed Corin and Coroner Deslington.
I don't know those names.
You could roll a history check if you would like. If you have a higher DC, it would be a 20.
Natural 20.
Oh!
+1.
You met them at a party.
But yeah, that'd be the yeet, so yeah.
Good lord.
There isn't too much that you know. It does ring a bell. specifically as a more noble family that lives on the Moonshay Isles. The ones that are always banged on about.
It's probably how we've heard about them, right?
That, funnily enough, yeah, you vaguely remember. Oh yeah, I remember Frederick talking about this.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up. Sorry, I'm just pulling up the notes because I didn't think that you would roll that high.
That you done, did you?
It did. It did. Diddly got me.
Bless you.
So yes, elven nobles that live in the Moonshay Isles. Is there any more that you can share?
I've got a feeling they don't live on the Isles, but I couldn't remember where exactly it was. I think in canon they live in Waterdeep, but I think we nixed that
Yeah.
for this.
It doesn't exist here.
But they're landlocked, but they own the Moonshade land, essentially. The parts that's still...
The lords and...
Yeah, so there's Alaron, which is one of the islands they own, which is where Owain was born. And then there's the middle one. But they are part of the family that sort of were considered quite progressive in elves, starting families outside of other elves, which is why Owain is a half elf.
Got it.
Yeah. Pretty big deal.
Yeah.
That's...
Though you personally have not had any interactions with them.
I'm
Yeah,
aware
coming from Tykahan and over to here, you've just kind of heard things. Yeah.
The fact that I know the name is quite type shit. Right?
Yeah.
Even I know them.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Danko.
Yeah. But with yourself, yeah, you spend some time, and it's weird being out at sea where kind of there is nothing else really around you. It's kind of easy to kind of focus in on what one's purpose is, away from kind of various distractions of temples and things like that. It kind of really helps you to hone in on what is your belief and what is the purpose of that belief.
It's also occurring to me I've never left the continent before.
That's a big one.
Yeah, from kind of landlocked in the north. I've had plenty of opportunity to travel and see the world as I knew it, but this kind of expanse is kind of hitting me in a... There's a lot I don't know, and I think potentially what I thought I knew might not be entirely that important.
Okay. Anything else from anybody else?
I'm going to go back, once I'm done praying, go back to my bunk, and I just remembered I picked up a shield from that little haunted house, the Trifurian shield, which I like to attune to, but I'm going to take it back up on deck to
Yeah.
spend some time with it.
Yeah. Since the last game, you would have already had the opportunity to attune, so we won't say that you have to spend any time to do so. I will send you that now.
Amazing.
Did Quinn
Did you?
get the shit?
Yeah. That was going to be my question.
Yeah,
Yes.
last week after he identified it, he took it.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck you.
I didn't know about that.
That's alright.
So you go to look for the shield.
Yeah. And then I remember.
You're like, oh, hang on a second.
He never gave it back.
We opened the floor, I offered it if anyone else wanted it, and no one said anything. So
I mean, you weren't here to say anything.
That's not my problem.
But I have it.
Sounds like a you problem.
Is it in your equipment then?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not in mine, actually.
You got rid of it and I picked it back up.
Yeah.
What's mine? Why is it a bit away?
I think because that's you. Give it back to my unconscious body.
Throws it back to you and then jumps overboard. Yeah, you can have it.
That's up to you two. I'm not.
I can't remember why.
Rollies for it.
You wanted the shield just because as a wizard you can use a shield.
Yeah.
We
can retcon this as a flashback now.
Okay.
To the time it happened. Ooh, I'm drunk.
You're drunk, Russell.
I'm fucking
No.
cut.
Time whenever. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should. Quinn's been playing with too much time, wibbly wobbly stuff. So
He's accidentally in the time he's been drunk. He's gone back in time and bought the shield with him.
there's 2 shields now.
Quinn,
Oh yeah.
are you proficient in a shield?
I don't. No.
Okay.
Do you need? I don't think shields have proficiency, do they? If they do, then.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
then you should have it.
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
Yeah.
Thanks, DM.
That's all right. That's all right.
So if he's attuning to it,
Was that? Thanks for taking something away from me.
that was
Yeah.
yeah, that's fucking me over.
I forgot I had it anyway, so.
So I will send you the
you.
info for it.
Whilst he's attuning to it, Sabine would like to try and get Hilden's attention. Sneak below deck. Well, not sneak below deck, walk below deck, and then discreetly place the letter in his shit. So
Okay.
he's got the letter back.
So you just lean over and just go.
Don't fuck with me
What a
before.
gab.
Yeah.
I don't want to know my stuff anymore.
Yeah.
You just lean over and kind of shout down. Like Hilden seems to be just like walking across the deck towards Kijori.
Hilden, I've drank too much wine. Could you help me down? Please.
Just walks over.
You're the best.
Just like this meaty hand climbs up. What?
Could you give me a hand down, please? I've had way too much wine.
We're on a ship.
Yeah.
You need to get better at this.
Yeah.
And she just kind of like, like around you, hooks underneath your right arm and just kind of ups you over, and just like drops, grabs.
How drunk are you at this point?
No, I'm not really. She's had like a second glass, but she's playing up to it. She's like,
Pops you down on the floor because she's about a foot or so taller than you.
great.
Do better, and just walks away from you.
She's a stone.
Did
like that.
Owain see any of this?
Yeah, if you're floating about.
Yeah, I'm up on the deck.
Just sort of looks at Sabine and just raises his eyebrows. Just like,
Yeah. You're gonna have a great evening. And then he goes below deck and then just checking around, see if anyone's looking, just into his bag of stuff, just in case.
Make a stuff check. You should be fine as long as you don't get a 1.
17 plus 11.
17. Yeah, you're 28.
Yes.
You're fine. Yeah, slide it in there. Nothing looks like it's been disturbed, and you feel relatively confident that nobody has spotted you doing so.
Awesome.
Alright. Cool. So, send you a message with the shield. And you continue with the rest of your day. Eventually the sun does begin to set, and after a while anybody that is on deck can smell a faint smell of like a good steamy broth, lots of potatoes, hearty vegetables, and a good bit of what looks to be like a lamb shank, just kind of like shaved off and like sprinkled into the broth as well. And there are some just like benches that are pulled out and kind of like battened down a little bit just so they don't move too much, though it is still relatively calm on the ocean, and you're all out on the deck. Some people are sat around like a contained fire kind of towards the middle, which actually which Kendrick places there.
Magic
Just
wheel.
yeah,
Magic stuff.
yes. Yeah, just kind of swipes his hand against his other hand, and there's just like a bit of flame that comes out, and then it just kind of creates this small pit of fire. But yeah, most of the crew are sat around this area. Ronan is off kind of by himself, and the other passengers are kind of like sat off at the corners. Seem to be just like conversing amongst themselves.
Is there space to muscle in amongst the crew?
There's a little bit of space, yeah.
Not to like uncomfortably fit, but like squeeze in between other people.
Yeah, you can pull up like a bucket or something like that and have a sit down on that. Yeah.
More just to try and ingratiate myself with.
Okay, so so you pull up some buckets or seats of whatever kind you can find, maybe like a coil of rope, kind of sink into a little bit.
What?
It's Minecraft.
It works. If it's that much of a distraction,
I need to I'll go back. That's better. Right, yes. So, sitting down, eating food, chowing down. It's nice. It could probably do with a little bit of salt.
What were you eating?
A broth.
Okay.
Taters, lamb.
Yeah.
Hearty stuff. Sticks to your ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Line your stomach. Stop it from curdling.
Okay. Yeah.
Stop you from coiling.
Oh, love that.
Bean wants to sit next to Quinn.
Everybody wants it.
Quinn's at the captain's table.
No. So Kendrick is currently sat with Dahlia. They're kind of just conversing at the moment.
You just stand there the whole evening just staring at her.
Shooting daggers at her.
You wouldn't have probably met her yet.
No,
It's bad.
you didn't tell me about her. How long's the girl?
Does she read? Is she smart?
Finish your books.
Yeah.
But it's the floor is yours. Yeah.
Just I wonder if you ever, I asked you to get in touch with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if you ever told me that you heard back from her or not.
We did not have that conversation.
No. Did you hear back from her?
Oh, you wish to have that conversation now?
Well, I mean, if you don't think it's a good idea, then we can talk about it another time. I mean, eating broth at the same time, like not just eyeballing. You're like, tell me. Just like,
and there's general chatter going on as well.
Just can't remember if we ever spoke about it again.
We did not. Let's wait until dinner's over.
Oh, okay.
I can probably squeeze you and
Anxiety.
sketch you up.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Sinks some red wine back, just like this, like, yep.
Ready?
Yeah. Lovely.
Who am I sat with?
You are currently sat next to Kajori.
Which one's he?
He's the boy.
Oh,
He's our
He's getting a
mate.
tattoo.
Boy.
Oh, yeah. So how long have you been at sea? Oh, man.
I've been on the sea for quite some time now, I believe. It's been a while. I've been with this particular crew for good number of years. They're good people.
Oh,
Yeah, I quite like them. Do you want to see a blood knot? And he just starts doing a knot.
yes. That's very good. Good jewelry.
It's good. Yeah.
Jewelry.
It's a really good knot to hold multiple like swords together if you want to hang them up on the wall.
Good decorative kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you want to see an Ashley stopper? And he just starts doing another knot.
Are these real nuts that you're looking at?
I've got a whole list of nuts right here.
I like to think that he has that on one side, and then just on the other side is Ulrich. And he's just like,
He's just got a list of different knots, whilst Ulrich is just
Tattooed
still.
on his arm.
Just so he doesn't forget them.
I think Ulrich's like really intense in trying to learn how this magic man.
this guy is definitely smarter than Quinn.
Now, so, whilst there are the other passengers eating their food, you can see that Ulrich is like trying to sneak up to like behind one of them, and just like, and just like smacks the bowl out of their hands, just like, got ya, and just walks away.
Oh fuck!
He's straight up prank patrol, right?
We all see that.
Yeah, so it's like, whilst you're all like in a circle kind of chatting, you can see Ulrich kind of break off from the group to your right, like slowly creep behind up to this group, reach around and just slap the bowl out of their hands, and then just like sneaks away.
Who did he do?
How did they react?
Just to the random passengers.
Oh fuck!
Undead orc creeping up behind you, slapping your food out. You'd be terrified.
Whatever I've got left, I'll give
Thank
back to
God.
that, whoever it is that just lost their...
They're more just like, why?
Yeah, and I'll go over and having seen that, I'll just be like, he's immeasurably simple. I'm so sorry. Please take my food. I've had my fill.
Thanks, I get. Sure. And they just
I'll
kind of
ensure he doesn't bother you for the rest of the voyage.
like starts like wiping down hot broth off his crotch.
It's actually
Give me a
including traveller.
I'll look over
He's
to.
like in the bird's nest, just like
You'd be punked.
I'll look over
He's got a trucker hat on.
I'll look
someone
over
takes that beard off.
to Quinn and just say, "Do you still know how to do the prestidigitator? What's it?
Yes.
Could you help?"
Eagerly to remove myself from the discussion with Sabine. Very, very happy to have an excuse to leave and come over and
This,
prestidigitate.
yeah.
Thanks. It's not scalding my penis anymore.
You're quite welcome.
Cool.
Don't take any revengeful actions because he might kill you.
That's a good.
He is twice the size of me and looks dead.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning to.
Good. Very wise.
But again, I'll do my best to ensure he leaves you alone for the rest of the trip.
Thank you.
No problem.
So anyway, here Luxem's like kind of leading the charge at the moment, so it's dire straits at the moment for the old Terrasol boys.
Did you say Luxem's winning?
Oh,
We've
yeah.
not been kind of further into mainland for a while, and
I wouldn't blame you. Yeah, they've got some. I don't know what they've got, but it is decimating their fleets. Yes, something about some sort of like a crystal or something like that.
crystals.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds remarkably advanced.
Hey, I just thought they were used for your chakra.
We got one from the Knolls, right? Circus Knolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do we have it in the bag of holding still? Wrapped up. Yeah, I think we're wrapped up, didn't we?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, let's not forget about that.
It's in its own pocket dimension right now. It's,
Safe houses.
You see the bag of holding.
Oh, excuse me. That's stew.
So I think a lot of that gold's melted.
Yeah. A big chunk of milk.
How much is this one? I'll relay that back to this lot. So interestingly enough, Luxem seems to be on the front foot in the conflict. Terrasol's being, I think the gent over there said the fleet's been decimated.
Are Luxem the good guys?
No, they're definitely not.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a pity.
I know very little. of your time there, but
Oh, you don't
I
want to
didn't
know
spend.
about it. It wasn't good. We lost one of our party. We lost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you lost Sibo, Mordefus, and Frederick.
In Luxor, Terrasol.
Mordethus died in the sewer.
Died in an inglorious ending. Died in the sewer. Not even fighting anything, just stubbed his toe and some.
Just face first into
Got really bad dysentery.
Don't revive me.
Fuck's sake.
DNR.
Yeah, we lost 3 of our party. Sorry.
3.
Yeah. So and
Holy fuck.
yeah.
Well, I heard about that.
And I'm fairly confident they've killed my mom. So. So
What
yeah.
was that? That was. Do you know what? I'll let you two do it.
No,
That's
we'll-
very much none of my
we'll-
business.
Swig some
I
more
don't know
wine.
anything about anything.
Nope. Yeah.
But hopefully you can see now why I'm so resourceful in matters of life and death, Ulysses, when the mortality rate in
Is that
the
high?
death hums is so high.
We're not using that anymore.
Oh yeah, we're rebranding.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We've transitioned to the Forsaken.
Okay.
I think
I'll allow it.
Dahlia kind of gave us the sign off on the new name.
Oh, is that the first mate? Is it?
Yeah, she's wonderful. I think you get along.
It's up to them, really, isn't it?
Well, I mean,
Getting along with me.
any friendship, budding friendship, it requires effort on both parts.
I'm already friends with the most important person on this ship.
So that's really kind of you to say.
Ulrich, of course.
Oh yeah, okay, sure.
What's he doing?
He's punching a kid.
Just laughing.
He's having a hole in the side of the boat.
Dangling a woman overboard.
Right, bro. Drowns.
No,
Oh, you
he's,
had to take it too far.
no, he's currently trying to communicate with his new weapon.
Oh, okay.
Classic.
That-
He's got another new weapon.
Yeah, nobody else was using it. Yeah. Well, it was the one that he pulled from the deck.
Oh,
Dick.
the dick.
Dick of many things.
I'll keep him occupied for a couple of hours. I think we should be safe.
How drunk are the pirates getting? Like the crew?
Roll an insight check.
What do we do with the drunken pirates?
You should only get as drunk as your hosts.
18.
18. They don't seem that drunk. They are, pretty much constantly drinking. But you could probably ascertain that drinking rum whilst at sea is probably something that they do a lot, and so they've built up quite a tolerance. So they seem jovial, but not drunk.
Did we bring some? Some of what we bought was for them, right? I guess now's as good a time as any to
Still bust out some ale, yeah.
Yeah.
Sabine will go and get some of the ale from
Go on.
below deck.
garner some goodwill.
You seem to be well in with the captain.
Yes.
You wanna go give this to him?
Pleasant fellow.
There you go.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, pick up the top deck. Tell it, say it's from all of us though, don't fucking say it's yours. Piece of shit.
Okay. I'll go up to wherever the captain is schmoozing with Dahlia. And,
Yeah. So still around that kind of central area of the ship, kind of just above where like the slats are.
Yeah.
Where the kind of looks through.
Yeah.
Quinn, my favorite new confidant.
Good evening.
What can I do for you?
I think as we discussed before we departed, we have provided some additional alcohol for everybody as part of the deal, and this is from the Forsaken, as we're now known. I've just arranged a quick name change whilst we're
That is interesting, and I would say better.
So
But
here's your. I give him the keg. and then say they're distributors you see fit.
Thank you very much. That is incredibly kind of you. But, of course, you are a kind man as well as a brilliant man.
It's true. It's true, all of it.
And he just kind of addresses the rest of the crew. Lads, from the Forsaken, and he just kind of throws the keg to Smit. It's just like, it's got to be one of those nights, is it then? And just bites the cork out the top of it, spits it overboard, and just like starts chugging it.
Chug, 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 chug.
Smooth.
And then Ulrich puts him in the belly.
Just like turns, and it's like,
to the camera.
Or throws a torch on the fucking gunpowder.
And with that, there is like a bit of a break, as whilst they were not directly communicating with you, they now seem a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay, a give and take, with Kendrick actually kind of turning away a little bit from Dahlia and just kind of says, obviously you do not need to say anything in particular, but what is it that you're doing? I mean, no offense, you don't exactly look like the kind of people that would normally travel together, so I just find it interesting what brings people together in this world.
Well, our translucent friend over there.
Yes.
one is setting fire to all the boats.
Just shitting overboard.
One that's kind of holes in all the sails. Ulrich was here.
I like how I've ruined him in one.
One action.
Yeah. For whatever reason, he's had something of a gut feeling of certain endeavours he needs to follow.
The hum.
And well, I know that I happened upon these folks, was in need of a new adventuring party, and thought I'd tag along, and thus far they've been very resourceful, good people by and large. Quinn, less so perhaps. I don't mean to sully the waters between you and your new best friend, but he's a bit self-centered.
If you're not self-centered in life, well, I mean, a lot of things will pass you by.
Don't I know it? But yes, Owain is a stalwart man of the faith. He seems to be travelling to spread the good word of his lady Sayanine, and it's some sort of pilgrimage, I think. Sabine, I'm not sure. Sabine, what's your story?
You don't want to hear about that.
Oh, of course I do.
I don't know if you do. It's a bit of a. Oh, I don't want to bring the mood down.
Oh, okay.
I just I'm really good with the crossbow and stuff. So
you are. She's a miraculous shot.
If I get a chance, can I try out the ballista thing at the front? Just like target practice if we need to.
That is not up to me, that is up to Smit.
How drunk is he looking?
Make another insight check.
I was going to say, are there any seagulls over there?
He does not seem drunk. He is like just pounding away.
I'll get him on side.
If anything, this seems to be like dulling him a little bit.
Brilliant. Centering him.
Yeah.
Are there any gulls in the air?
Make a perception check.
It's a natural one.
Not that you can see at the moment. There is like a slight overcast sky, and so there is no moonlight, so you can't really see too far outside of the immediate light of the ship itself.
There were any gulls overhead, Sayanine would.
Yeah, I'd be pretty good at getting that.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're in the mood for poultry, she could probably make it.
There you go. If you can get in the water quick enough, then hey, perhaps.
Yeah, I've been still with Ulrich really since everything on my end kind of went to shit, so I kind of look after him. Looks like
Kara.
what's he doing at the moment?
You can see that Ronan is like leant back a little bit on a chair, and it's kind of like at a tilt. you can see Ulrich has just got like the head of the hammer, and he's just trying to get the handle to like flick the chair leg so that he falls backwards and just keeps missing.
Yeah, that's him. That's
I whistle to him.
Like a dog.
Yeah.
What?
Stop.
Stop it.
I've tried, mate. I've really tried.
Not the time.
To be fair, I'm not the only one looking after him. He needs a lot of help.
Yeah, that is understandable. Let's just say that Kajori is a few eggs short of a nest. So I understand. But he's got a good heart.
Said you had a tattoo kid on board.
Yeah, we do. Kajori! He's like, hello! Just kind of like turning away from you. Tattoo? I hear that you've got some sort of arrangement on. Oh, yeah! Yeah, I'll go get it.
Let me have a few more drinks and then we'll do it.
Oh, okay, I'll wait here. And he just kind of stands there.
Oh wait.
And yeah, I don't really. Where did we find Quinn? Oh, you went there.
I wasn't there. Quinn was already with you when
We met outside of the caves in Estrez, north of Terrasul. Oh yeah.
Some good notes right there.
On this date and time. Longitude and latitude. And then we went up to Runner's End, which is just before we went down to the mines. And we were up there investigating some special things in the caves, and you needed a hand. I was there to assist. Not you.
I wasn't there.
No.
But
Just you two.
We go way back.
Yes.
Okay. So 2 original members, and you've all just kind of fell in with each other, I guess.
Yeah. As a team, before my time, there were some significant losses. But yeah, it's kind of, I wouldn't say family, but I trust these people with my life. They've seen me out of some scrapes that I otherwise wouldn't have gotten out of, so...
And some shit.
Yeah, we fucked some shit up.
Yes.
And got fucked up as well.
Yeah, more times than I care to think about.
Yeah.
We just don't like really.
Yeah.
Question for you.
Far away.
On your voyages at sea, have you ever encountered anything that's likely to engulf you?
Oh, in the open sea?
Yes.
Oh,
Like a
hundreds
beast
of
that-
things.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, actually the way that me and Dahlia here first met each other was because have you ever heard of a dragon turtle?
I might have done. What's that? History or nature? What would you
Either.
that is a 23.
23. Yes,
Yeah.
you have. Not the nicest of creatures.
No.
Typically either taking down ships or striking up bargains with societies to get a collection of wealth from them in exchange for guarding like terrains and stuff like that. Yeah, we unfortunately ran afoul of one a little bit north of Dunmire, and let's just say that the ship was torn apart, but luckily for me, Dahlia was passing by, and being the aquatic savant that she is, managed to stop me from drowning. So me and her, thick as thieves. But yeah, that would definitely swallow you, like without even a question.
Okay. I hope we don't meet one of those.
No,
I've been swallowed a number of times. It's becoming
It's a rich life you lead.
Well,
No, actually, I remember you being swallowed in the arena.
yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, the Gauntlet of the Core.
Yeah. That fucking sucked.
Yeah, I can't say that I've been swallowed before.
Oh, you're missing out.
Are we muted?
No.
No. Just for the red light.
Yeah, that means it's recording.
The red light on means it's muted, so... Sorry everybody.
Oh, always with when to end, when to text.
I just didn't want us to have boo-boos.
No, you're all right.
Sorry everybody.
Yeah, there was another time I was barely conscious. I don't really remember it, but something else had me in its mouth, and then these guys, got me back up. It's a pattern that really has to stop. So yeah, Dragon Turtle, I'm going to stick to its behind. If we encounter one.
Hey, you do what you got to do.
Whatever, I'm staying away from its mouth. I mean,
You just feel like a wet hand touch your forearm, and Smith's just like, if you're inside it, you could get it by cutting its insides and shitting in it.
that a strategy I hadn't considered.
Oh, I feel like I can build something for that. And just kind of wanders away, drinking
Smith.
the keg still.
Do you know what else would be incredible? Putting an explosive in its gullet. Yeah?
Ahead.
Yes.
Like slowly making his way down below deck.
Should somebody stop him? Is he gonna be a problem if he's down there with his gunpowder and alcohol?
Dahlia's just like, typically with him, it's better to just leave him to it. Honestly, yeah. He knows what he's doing, even if he doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing. Somehow he does.
Impressive.
I might say that he's
really.
lucky, but
Yeah. Same energy. Yeah.
You said it was a halfling.
He's a gnome, but
Okay.
he has things.
Lucky.
Well, I mean, we can continue to drink. I mean, if we can make a game of it.
Yeah.
A little bit of truth or dare.
Yeah.
Sounds
Love that.
interesting.
So at this point,
Maritime law.
the only people that are here of the crew is Kendrick, Dahlia, and Kijori. Ronan, after noticing Ulrich's attempts to make him collapse, has left. Smith, you saw, went down below. Hilden, as she was descending, was just hard, mad dogging you, Owain.
I'm not. Okay, my hand.
And just brings a staff to her eyes and then points it at you and just continues to go down.
She's gonna be such a dick as well, and take the side of the hammock that's away from the wall.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Either you get out of bed or I have to crawl on top of you.
No, but then also because she's bigger than you, every time there's a bit of sway in the ocean, she crushes you against the wall.
I might put my heavy armor back on for that. I'm gonna hide behind my new shield.
Die on the slow bludgeoning damage overnight.
8
1 HP at a time.
Yeah.
Every 6 seconds.
Well, we've got some more wine if we're doing drinking games, or should we do ale or
I'd
rum?
like some of the rum.
Yeah, rum would typically last a little bit longer.
Sounds good for me.
So did you want dark rum, spiced rum, tropical rum, white rum, stern rum?
Keen to try some of that Loxodon rum.
Oh. Okay, we'll bring out the big stuff for straight away. Okay.
This I don't want to do.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
I don't want to do
Stop making me do it.
You spent all day sequestered away in the captain's quarters. You haven't met anyone.
For very good reason.
What, because you're so
I've actually been reading up on things to protect us should anything happen out at sea.
Oh, what specifically? Humour us.
Can we get pulled over?
shit.
Jumping up the ship.
Flush the rum, flush the rum.
Smith just starts digging down.
I come on and we're all just like,
Sorry.
Got him.
Do you need a tissue or something?
All over my face.
That's alright.
no, just the nuances of maritime law. Should we need legal aid? Is there anything that
So you have a decent understanding of what piracy is, right?
passing?
So you understand that it tends to operate outside of maritime law.
Indeed, which is why you need to define the scope and the boundaries so you know when loopholes exist.
I
know
feel
that-
like you're missing a prime opportunity to get to know these fine people.
Yeah, and drinking's like a pirate thing. You should really embrace.
The culture.
How often are you going to be surrounded by a member of the revelry?
It's true. I could take you to Doctor sometime if you wanted.
Do I know what that is?
Make a history check.
17.
17. Darktoe is the revelry kind of home island, which is essentially where all the pirates live.
Why would I go to some hive of scum and villainy?
Dark.
I see it on the map now. Yes.
But being a pirate's hometown, there is known to be lots of
Booty.
so lots of gold, lots of rare magical items, lost artifacts, writings, magic books, all sorts of things that they have just kind of like accrued over time. But yes, yeah, you do know where it is, you do know what it is. It's kind of more west of yeah.
I'll say
It's a crab.
as enticing as that offer is, one day that's popped out on the Quinn's bucket list for the time being.
But for now, since you are in rare circumstances, take this as a learning opportunity.
If we get too drunk, you could just request that I cure wounds or learn hands or any of the other
Yeah, we've got poison reduction stuff, so...
And we had a great time when we got drunk last. You remember when we did play the spoons back at what was that place? Bright Shade.
Yes, okay, yes, Sabine, no, like in front of the new guests, so I don't want to.
It's not really cuts loose.
No.
It's not a tipple.
I threw up on myself. It was great.
Oh,
It happens a lot at sea.
See?
Not to me.
See?
Not to me, but
well, perhaps just the one round then.
Hard cuts the following morning.
I wanna suck and fight.
We like to drink with Quinn. Is that right?
okay. So who would like to go first?
Shall we roll a d4?
Yeah.
Metagame.
Oh yeah.
Or roll d20s and then see who gets the highest.
Okay.
Is Ulrich going to join in with you? Oh no, you can't really enjoy it anymore, can you? Poor bastard.
It's a 7 for me.
It's a 7 for me.
It's an 8 for me.
2.
Okay. Owain.
Lonely.
I will tell the truth.
Oh, I forgot. Oh,
Okay.
What do you think I'm doing?
I forgot that was the game.
Ring of fire.
Well, yeah, you can either do it. Would you rather do this so that whoever rolls the highest can ask someone a truth or a dare? I feel like that would make more sense.
Yeah.
Well, you get to ask.
I get to ask.
Who are you going to
So yeah, Kendrick kind of says, so I'm an open book. Dahlia, she tends to have her secrets. And Kajori is dumb as a stump. No offense, Kajori. It's like, just waiting for the tattoo.
We'll get to it, don't worry.
Okay.
Gee, Kajori.
Do you want to
your
know
heart
another
of
knot?
No, I know enough to last a lifetime now. In your heart of hearts, what tattoo would you like Sabine to try her absolute hardest to place upon you today?
Do you know what? And he opens like his shirt a little bit, and where the tribal has come up, it's kind of like sprawled off a little bit on either side of the pectoral muscles, but there's a gap just at the very centre of the chest by the sternum. He's like, I would love the symbol of the Everlight to forever guide me in my purest of hearts and minds.
Do I know what that symbol is?
Make a religion check.
Ooh, 18.
18. Yes, you are familiar with the Everlight, typically like the goody-goody of the deities.
Okay. I do this one for you now, and then I get to do one of the ones I want to do on your back.
Yeah, that sounds fair to me.
Brilliant.
Do you want me to go get it? Or are we waiting still?
We'll wait, yeah. Have a few more drinks.
He just goes back to just standing there.
Do I need to do a shot?
Yeah, sure. I don't know how this game of Truth or Dare is working at
Maybe
the moment,
every round we roll again. Well, we just roll at the start of every round?
but everybody
seven?
takes a shot at the beginning of each round.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then we'll start doing Constitution saving throws.
Yeah, baby.
You go first.
Oh, you're so kind.
Yes.
Dare for Quinn.
Oh.
Can you climb up to the crow's nest and back down?
Don't do it.
Don't do what?
Dimension door.
I was just gonna fly. Okay. Just take off. But I like Peter Pan and fly around the central mast. As I do it up, do a little handstand on the top. And then Mary Poppins back down.
He's good. Even everybody.
Even Dali's like, that's pretty good. Right.
Certainly not bad.
So you've had 2 shots now. Like a Constitution saving throw from everybody.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a 5 for me. No.
Have we got
massive
bonuses?
pluses.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a plus.
I think it is.
Plus something. Features and traits.
Saving throw, yeah?
Yeah.
Give me just a moment, folks. Plus 4 bonus to all saving throws.
22.
So, Sabine, you're fine.
So I have a 18 included.
You're also fine.
Got a 12.
You're fine. It kind of catches you a little bit. You feel like a little bit of acid reflux, but you can keep it down. You're fine.
11.
11. As you have not been drinking as hard as the others, because you've been having your wine, I would say that you are. You can feel that like slight fog
Yeah.
starting to descend a little bit, but you're still coherent. Okay.
I can squeeze in another round.
Ah. Yes.
What are you afraid of?
Whew. Well, for the longest time, it was death. But at this point in a piracy career, I've begun to realize that it's not so much death, it's dying but not being remembered. The very last time that someone says your name, that's what scares me. So I try to do my best with this beloved crew here to do what we can to live on for as long as we can.
To Captain Kendrick.
You're here.
Thank you. Thank
Rightly.
you.
Quite rightly.
Right.
Quinn.
Yeah, Quinn. It's your turn.
Were we there when you came down with Hilden?
Yeah.
Would we?
Oh,
Would I actually-
you might not. Look at
I was there.
it. You were there, yeah.
What happened? Sorry.
Sabine
So
got
I'm
carried
picking.
down.
I'm asking someone else to do a T or a D. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how this game works.
Pretty
It's
much. So,
definitely played
so
on
this is just an
before.
opportunity to just have some fun RP, or if there's something in particular that's happened previously that you want to know more about. It's entirely up to you.
Owain.
Here we go.
I would dare you. You got your special amulet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I dare you to give your amulet to Ulrich.
That's fucking evil. What's your alignment?
I hate religion. And Owain represents everything I hate.
I'm sorry to be.
Not permanently, of course, just for an hour.
Yeah, come on, don't be such a pain.
Well,
Yeah, I'll look after it for you. I've already got one. It's not that hard to keep hold of it.
When did you get
Where have
that?
you got one?
oh,
Oh, Traveller gave it to me.
if you take good care of it, I will help you pull the best prank.
Deal.
Keep it safe. And you and I will do something so outrageous.
Oh, I'll keep it in my britches. It won't go anywhere.
There you are.
I prefer if you kept it in your pocket or
Deal.
around your neck, I suppose.
Deal. Deal.
Hey, we'll start clapping. Hey.
Takes it off of you.
If you don't burn yourself.
Yeah. It's not there and it just angles over. It's actually not too bad.
It's like a tiara.
Not too much.
You can see it's like indenting into the skin.
Oh, pushing in squishy stuff.
You should consider a circlet or something once you've given that back. It's not a bad look.
Kind of suits you.
I wouldn't mind it.
You okay, Owain?
Fine.
Just a bit of fun, isn't it?
Okay, so that's been another 2. Another round of Constitution saving throws.
Much better.
Natural 20.
It's a 19 for me.
19, absolutely fine.
8.
8.
Including plus 4.
11.
12.
12.
Okay. Is that 11 with the plus 4?
That's with the plus 4.
And you got a natural 20.
Yeah.
So you get a second wind.
26 is total.
And
Yeah,
you
bullying
actually-
Owain has made me feel great.
Yeah, it's actually sobered you up, and now you're like, I'm in control.
I'm in charge now. I take charge.
You're oh wait, you're starting to feel a little bit rough. Maybe it's the kind of the motion of the ocean that, as you've not been on the seas for a little bit, it's kind of become a little bit foreign to you. So you kind of feel a little bit queasy. Sabine, you feel chunks. You throw up in your mouth a little bit and you swallow it back down. Burns a little. Kind of like you get that slight burning sensation in your nostrils. But you could probably get another shot in there or 2.
I'm still standing.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah,
Oh, this run is incredible.
it is quite nice. Yeah. Okay, rollies again.
Straight up, oh, second D20 in a row.
All right.
It's 15 from me.
12.
Wow, that's another go for you.
I will
Assert more dominance.
Shit out of
dare Owain to shit himself. No, what I will do actually is I will pass my go, and I will give it to. You haven't had a go yet, have you?
I had a go last round. I asked the
Oh,
captain
okay.
what he was afraid.
Oh, you did indeed. Yeah, the captain
or
then.
darling?
Yeah, the captain. Why don't you dealer's choice.
Ulysses.
Captain.
To be a truth for yourself, as I feel like that's probably what I'm going to do for you guys. I'm just curious. You said something about a previous party? Where are they?
They are dead. Every last one of them. I couldn't stop that happening. That's something that initially was what drove me to. As I'm sure something you can appreciate. Seek glory, seek my name to be sung far and wide to make up for the cowardice. But that it's not quite sticking. But no, they fell to a beast that we almost encountered, and I did as much as I could to not see another party fall.
Well, unfortunately, that's nature of the beast to a certain extent in our line of work.
So it is.
You can try your best, but if the Raven Queen comes, there isn't much that we can do.
No. Do you ever feel like you could have done more?
At first, yeah, but as a captain you kind of learn that there are certain things that are out of your control. All you can do is try and make the best decisions that you can, and if it leads to good things, hey, that's great. If it leads to bad things, well, you do your best to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Damn right.
To fallen comrades.
For your comrades.
Yeah. Alright. Roll is again to see who asks another one, or does another one.
Oh, not for con.
No, just
Oh,
for,
okay.
yeah. It's every 2 shots that you guys make a constitution check.
13.
7.
Owain.
Owain!
Yeah, throw your SPO book over the road.
Quinn, I've got a bit of a tit-for-tat fear.
Is that any fair?
I would like you to challenge Ulrich to a little wrestle.
Yes!
Oh! I thought you were going to go arm wrestling, but full on like,
Just a full wrestle.
Arms.
Ulrich's because it's flimsy, man.
Insinuate.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose I must step up to the challenge.
You hear the sound of like a heavy metal thud on wood, as always like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
I cast haste on myself.
All right, just a quick free round to see who can put who on the floor via contested athletics checks.
No. Isn't Ulrich's like +10?
I don't know. I'll have to put it up.
I imagine it'll be.
It's probably pretty high.
Yeah.
But hey, as the DM, I roll like shit a lot, so you could be all right. This could be the night that you're all like,
Shit.
Is he on TRT?
I drop my robe,
big boy.
drop my cape, and I'm like shredded.
Just like an Adonis.
Yeah.
This knows all about like Positioning.
Ulrich's, what was it, athletics?
Yeah, +7.
Yeah, with advantage as well.
Yeah, I think the advantage is if he's raging.
Oh, he's absolutely got
Oh,
it.
yeah, absolutely.
Surely, rage.
Cash.
No. I'll take it easy on you on the first one. As a gentleman. Still got the little
Dang
holy symbol.
Put him in the face. Can I get something because of my haste?
You can do anything within your magical capability to give you the edge. Because Ulrich is not going to notice.
Just fucking stack up. Mage armour, blam that on, probably help. Slippery mage armour.
Oiling up.
Yeah, are you just covering yourself in
Yeah. Oil me away.
Well, what do you get from haste?
Double speed is probably the biggest thing to get away from his big meaty paws. Still debating whether fly or haste is more beneficial in this situation. Actually, I'll stick with fly. I'll stick with fly because then he's harder to knock me down because I was Mission Impossible and not hit the ground.
Well, for the most part, it'd be attack roll to see if he can get a hold of you. So I think haste gives you an extra AC.
2 AC, yeah.
And if he does, it would be the contested athletics check to see if he can pin you down to the ground.
So I'll stick with haste then. I think, yeah.
Okay.
Tweaking.
So he just takes off whatever, like the pauldron that he's got, takes that off, puts it on the floor, and now that he's like fully exposed, and you're actually like kind of focusing on him because you're like, okay, I've got to see what he's doing. You can see that his skin is somewhat translucent, so you can just see like you can see like the muscle and like bone and stuff just underneath. It's like a thin sheet of plastic.
So just cellophaned some sack of meat.
Yeah.
Great, I can't wait to touch it.
Boy, let's go. Let's go.
I'll also cast sleep, but at a low level, just to make him like, you know, when they put the Hulk to sleep, just to make him a bit.
Doesn't affect undead.
Fuck's sake! The only one of us I've only ever tried to cast sleep on is fucking Ulrich. Probably still. I've had a few. Fuck it. Spell gets cast, and I'm just like, I hope that helped.
So we're roll for initiative.
Good.
I will use the green die for Ulrich. So he gets.
I'm 22.
He is also 22 because he got a natural 1 and then he got a natural 20.
Fuck. I only have +1 dex.
He's got +2 dex.
Damn it.
So he just beats you out. Okay, so he goes first and he's.
Before we start, I forgot I've got a cape of billowing that I spent like 400 gold on.
Yes.
So I want to stand there like super like with my cape.
Do you know what?
Majestically.
I will say that because of the cape of billowing, it will give him disadvantage on his first attack against you, as it's like throwing him off.
Dr. Stranger's ass.
Okay, so all of these are going to be
Straight
reckless.
Roll. Yeah. Reckless. Cool.
So straight
course.
roll.
You're going overboard now.
Is that natural 20?
Natural 20.
Oh, I'll never roll high.
I never roll
Make
like
it
this
4
against you,
minutes.
and then I've rolled 2 nat 20s out of 3 rolls.
Independent adjudicator has
Okay, so that is, we'll just use his strength modifier, so that is a 29.
What, to hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm a wizard.
So he just immediately, with like a speed that you weren't expecting too much.
I'm like Queensbury rules at him.
Yeah. As you're doing that, you immediately, he's upon you and just squeezes you up to his chest like, oh, you.
Sinking into his
Yes.
gross
As he's like speaking at you, you can just smell like ash being wafted over you. Okay, but that's his
He's
turn.
got me.
Yeah, he's got you, but he can't pin you yet.
Misty step.
So as he's like breathing down on you, and you just appear.
No, I want to go up and then I want to land on him.
Oh, okay.
Playing curb stop.
So you just he's like, whoa. And then he just feels the soft thuds of your feet as you kind of land on top of his big, like, meaty shoulders.
In Quinn's head, I was gonna like fell him, but in reality, it's just like a little penny has just dropped in his.
It's like when your cat jumps on your back.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. You're right.
You're here now. Can I try to get him down to the ground?
Sure. Yeah, because it's a bonus action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so go ahead and make an attack roll with your strength modifier. See if you can almost like grab a hold of his head and like bring him, start bringing him down.
Go to sleep, go to sleep. 16.
Does not hit. Wait, does he have anything? I think his stuff is just from... Oh no. Take that off. Yeah, because he wouldn't be wearing his half plate. So yes, yeah, you managed to get him. To everybody's surprise, you get him into like a headlock, and you're like, you've got your feet on the floor, you've got him in a headlock. It's
a fucking underdog
Just
story.
imagine him like picking him up by the hips, just like, all right. Like.
You had your fun.
I imagine we're all fucking speechless at the sight of that. It's
Just like initially, like, oh, okay.
like, what? What the fuck?
So you know the gif of the guy on the audio with the swim.
Yeah.
Now with haste, I get another action. Can I use that to make him take him to the ground?
You can certainly try. So this would be contested athletics, I believe, for grapple.
He's going to be so pissed if this works.
I'm gone for one session.
Emasculate him. 17.
18. Rolled 11 plus 7. So you actually feel yourself somehow actually starting to like bring him down, and as you're just getting closer to the floor, he just like puts his hand on the floor.
All motion stops.
It's like pause.
Oh, okay. I'll see how this is going. All right. He is now going to go into a rage. Have you been rolling at advantage?
No.
Because he was reckless.
Only dex. Oh, I can roll. No.
Yeah, because he was doing it reckless.
was,
so,
wasn't he?
Yeah.
Not better.
Okay. Right. So.
What's your athletics mode?
-1. Frail. I'm already out of breath and I haven't really moved.
Yeah, you've used magic to move, and that's still
Out of all the spell casting.
Cuddled and then popped up.
It's that full cardio workout.
So typically grappling doesn't really happen in D&D, so I'm just double checking the rules for it.
Oh, I couldn't be so sad when Ulrich wins, because you're gonna have this shitty grin on your face. So
Oh no.
you lost.
Oh no, he broke your arm. I could heal you.
Yeah, sorry,
yeah.
I've run out. I lost my book, so I
Untapped.
one of my spells.
Absolutely tapped, yeah.
Okay, so on his turn,
I haven't got my amulet, so I can't cast anything.
These are the consequences of my actions.
so he has to use his action to get out of the grapple,
Good.
and then that'll be his turn.
I'll squeeze his, pop his head off. It just rolls off the deck.
So this is another. I think this is another contested.
Yeah.
yeah, another contested athletics check or acrobatics to get out of it. But...
Oh, yeah, advantage. I'll say dex saving throws. Athletics.
It's a +4 on saving throws.
Yeah,
that is a 21.
The defender ones, don't they? In a case of a tie.
Yeah.
And he's trying to break out of the grapple.
He's trying to break
so
out.
I technically can still win if I roll an actual 20.
Yeah.
Did not win.
So as you're like bringing him down, he just like places a hand on the floor and just like grabs your arm and just and just puts you down and stands up and starts like towering over you. It's like you can see like foam starting to gather at the corner of his mouth. But that's his action.
I like to think I'm standing with my back to him now, and he's just like it's like a horror film poster. It's just like looming over me, and I'm just there like
Jaw slightly off.
yeah. Oh, grim.
Okay, but that's his turn, so that's yours.
I think my bravado has been spent in my exciting activity to teleport away. I might just drop to the floor.
Is it 7 Nash?
Triple H.
Triple H.
Yeah.
So you just like
I'm gonna fuck it. I've got another round in me, and then I'll concede defeat.
okay.
So I'll roll whatever you want me to roll.
So yeah, just another strength.
16.
16. Well that hits. So you get him in the
Okay.
grapple.
I'm just holding on to one of his legs.
Yeah. Single legger.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could like.
You got your arms around his waist, to his like top of his chest. And it's like, oh mate.
It's okay.
I'm gonna try with all my might to just throw him on the floor.
That's super.
That would be an act of God.
Completely puts his back out. Like,
Yeah.
With several cracks.
Falls back in the shape of a prawn.
Okay.
Has the captain not decided to pull any tricks to help his new best friend?
No, this is getting him going. This is revving the captain.
Yeah, he's
engine.
got wounds to heal after this.
Oh. Come and get the comfy
Nothing
bed
more
with me.
wine.
Little sponge mouth.
Yeah.
Oi.
Oi, oi, oi.
Okay. And then this is for Ulrich. Ooh. So as you're about to, you got him by the leg, and you just feel him like seize up a little bit.
Leverage, press the advantage.
Yeah, so you roll with advantage.
Is that cocked?
Oh, that is cocked, yeah.
Would have been a
That's
20
unlucky.
otherwise.
Yeah.
9.
9. So for everybody watching, so for you two, feel free to roll a perception check for me.
Oh, pull his leg off. You're a Lego man.
21.
It's also 21.
13.
Okay, never mind. So you feel him stiffen up, but you're like, quick, go for it. And as you start to lift, he doesn't seem to react, and you just like upend him and push him back, and he falls backwards, like somewhat like frozen.
Like,
Just boom, just lands on his back, just with his leg in your arm.
yeah. Quinn doesn't know what
Stand up
happened.
from my stool, just like, what? Hang on, what?
I think everyone goes wild. So I'll be like,
Quinn's just like, yay!
Just completely dumbfounded.
Yeah. I think it's over.
You just see Kendrick go, I mean, clearly we have a winner, eh? And he goes over and just like grabs your hand and like, hey, the champion of wrestling.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah, sure.
The captain.
Yeah.
My hand is clammy as fuck. After it. Yeah.
15. Do I reckon he had anything to do with it?
What did you roll?
15.
Not to tell.
Hard to tell. I have a suspicion, but I can't tell.
But you can see that Ulrich is still like frozen there for a moment or two after like everybody starts celebrating, and then seems to like stop moving. What happened?
You just got fucked.
Did you?
Fucking, it's this, isn't it?
I think it is actually, yes.
Perhaps Owain should take it back.
Yeah, probably.
I'll do it. You stay on the floor. I'll give it back to him.
I'm already on my way over.
I want to be the one that gives it to you.
I am the one who knocks. Well, yeah, depending on who gets to him first, he's just going to give it to them.
Only just.
Yeah.
So you manage to just quickly get in there and like take it out of Ulrich's hand, who is just like, it's so dense for such a small guy. But yeah, you Quinn has your.
There's your precious amulet. I think we're.
Well matched, Quinn.
Thank you. More to me than meets the eye. I think. And then I'll drop haste and probably be sick.
Yeah, because with haste you get like a level of exhaustion at the end.
You just lose a round of combat.
Oh yeah,
Been drinking and also petrified.
yeah.
A little bit gets on you.
Yeah.
On the amulet as you hand out.
Sorry.
Well, that takes.
Well, I mean,
come on, quite weary.
after a show like that, I guess this is probably a good time to end the evening, eh? Feel free to wake up whenever you want tomorrow. Should be plain sailing. There doesn't appear to be any bad weather coming in. So yeah, just enjoy yourselves. Thank you for tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah.
No worries at all.
Dahlia.
Yep. Just remember what I said. If you do anything, I'll slit your throats.
No, some stuff.
Come on, Dahlia. We've just after this. I'm sure they're fine.
We'll do our best not to, you know, fuck you over.
I'm sure we will do the same to you. Come on, just because we're part of the revelry doesn't mean we're bad people.
No one said that.
Exactly.
Yeah. You guys have been nothing but hospitable for the most part so far. Yeah.
Well, I am going to head downstairs. Quinn, are you joining me?
What time of the night is it?
At this point now, it's probably like, I'd say like 10, 11.
Okay.
Sun has completely set.
Not going to have to do this now, but ask. How late does Smith, was that his name?
Yeah.
How late does he work?
He doesn't stop.
Yeah. Non-stop.
Never stop.
So if you do begin to head down, as you come into like the main area where all like the holding is, you can just see Smith like shaking and like hammering on something. And there's like fuck. No, if I put it in, but then if it goes in, then it goes boom. Ah, that's right. It's almost like Smeagol.
Quinn, I want to work with Smith. I want to be like, I want to run the blueprints and do the numbers for him. I want to.
Okay.
Invent little cool new shit.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I want to do before everyone peer pressures me into having drinks. So I'll do it now.
Okay. So you, as everybody's kind of coming down.
We don't have to do it in real life now, but that's.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you head on over. At first, a little bit hesitant, but after kind of getting the general grasp of how it all works, seems amenable to you helping out. it's not the nicest of work stations that you've ever worked at. It's quite messy, but it is still quite interesting.
It's very much I want to throw myself into my work back into my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Get the literal and figurative bad taste out of my mouth.
Yeah. Anybody else as they head to sleep?
Could try and get to bed.
Yeah, stay on deck for a little while.
Okay, you hold fire on deck. As everybody's leaving and as you remain on deck, Kajori is still just stood there. He's like, why? Are we doing my tattoo anytime?
Let's do it. Come on. Spin's clearly quite fucked up.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Alright, that sounds fun. And he just kind of lies down just on the wood.
I'm warning you, I'm pretty drunk.
I will cast Lesser Restoration on Sabine.
So I'm not drunk anymore.
Not as drunk.
Not as
Still
drunk.
drunk.
Okay. I've still got a buzz.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So like, I don't want this guy scarred for life. Like, it'd be horrible.
so Dahlia,
Shame.
Dahlia hands you this kind of like ink set, which is essentially just a needle and a hammer, a small hammer, various pots of different coloured inks, and just kind of pops it on top of Kijori's stomach, and it's just like, all right, well, try not to fuck it up too much, I guess.
I'll try my best. If it's good though, you might want one.
Not from you.
Fair enough.
And she leaves. Okay, so this is just going to be just a D20 and your dexterity modifier. No proficiency, because you are not proficient with a tattoos kit.
Of course not.
Now,
I'm going to cast Heroism. Mechanically doesn't help at all.
But you
Thematically, it imbues you with bravery.
you feel good about doing this.
Yeah.
You're like, you've got this. Now,
Is that
Artist.
concentration?
Yeah.
so this is, you've never tattooed before.
Nope.
You're not the most arty of people in the world.
Nope.
And you are currently trying to tattoo a man whilst sailing on the ocean.
Yes.
So this is going to be a high DC. How low you go below that DC depends on how bad this is going to be. Okay?
Yeah.
So at the moment, you're aiming for, I would say, what would it be? Yeah, I would say this is a very hard thing to do to get it to look good, like tattoo worthy good. Yeah. Now, depending on how far below you go, we're sick. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, D20 Dex modifier.
Just letting you know, Kajori, I am pretty drunk still, even though he's done that. Plus. 3.
7.
Oh,
Dex.
okay. 10.
Well, this is just your Dex modifier.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that'd be plus 3. No?
Oh, yeah.
So 6 in total.
6. Okay. So originally you were aiming for the symbol of Serenray, the other light, which is almost like a woman with like kind of wings that come out and touch it at the top, with like almost like an anchor towards the bottom.
That could look real bad.
What he essentially ends up with, it almost looks like a droopy dick with a bit of a head, and on top, it almost looks like a chicken screaming with its wings up.
Oh,
And Kijori's just like, how does it look?
I am so sorry. We'll get that sorted when we get to port. I promise.
Oh, is it bad?
It's not great.
It's not good.
It's not great.
I don't know of any good tattooists, but I'm sure we can find one that can fix that.
Yes, I've got lots of gold. Don't worry.
Oh, that's all right. Like, you know, not even it. Look, sometimes mistakes are great things in disguise.
This isn't one of them. This isn't one of those.
Yeah, no, like you're a really nice person, and you shouldn't have to. No, don't look at it. Don't cover his eyes. Just put your hands on his eyes.
Go to sleep.
Don't worry, we'll get it fixed. I don't even let me do that again.
No, that was a horrible idea.
Yeah.
I don't know why we let you do that.
Why did you let me do it?
I don't know why.
Fuck!
I'm also quite drunk.
Yeah,
so.
I know. You're a great guy. I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
Night.
Get some sleep, Kajuri. That's
Okay. It's a bit sore.
yeah.
So you start going to sleep. As you go to get in. So Hilden is on the side, the furthest side from the wall of the ship, and as you kind of enter, there's like a little bit of candlelight behind you that like creeps into the room, and just like the slit that comes into the room is just shining on her face, just staring sideways at you. Come in. I know.
I'm coming in.
Are you gonna get out, Bush?
It just looks at you, just no.
I just want to play. Then I start to lift my leg up. I'll climb it.
Watch your hands.
Okay. I'm trying to think of
This is why I wanted to stay up. I don't want to be any part of this.
sort of like right on the edge. I'll put my hand on like is it like a netted hammock?
No, it's more of like a solid
Okay.
like sheet.
So my hand goes on like the furthest edge to try and get a bit of leverage. I'm gonna climb up now. I might be over the top of you momentarily. Don't be alarmed. And then I'll face away from you when we go to sleep. Do you want to roll something?
Sure, I would say you can roll an acrobatics check.
Okay.
I'll be on top of you momentarily. So have fun. Super
be alarmed.
4.
So you begin to climb up. You kind of put one leg over, and you're like tentative to like release the other foot from the floor. And you're like, okay, I've just got to go for it. And as you kind of push up, you just immediately like collapse your waist onto her waist. It just kind of like
straddling her in the air.
I'm sorry. But you're like 69ing. And you just kind of look like, and she just kind of like rolls over, so she's facing upwards. Move.
And then I'll try and, as fast as possible, bring the other leg up and uncomfortably just get into a fetal
Curl up.
So as she like curl up, she is just rigid.
Like a plank of wood.
Yeah.
I am sorry, by the way. Sorry. I'll get better.
You got fucking 9 more nights of this.
And with that is where we will end the session.
That's great.
Before we go any further and end up in the following day. Lovely stuff.
Sorry.
There you go. What a lovely,
Great.
fun time aboard. Yes, aboard the what is it called again? The Reef Sprinter. So that is it from us. Thank you very much for everybody that has listened. I hope you had a wonderful time. As always, as we covered, various places that you can listen, be it Spotify, Apple Music, Breaker, Pocket Cast, all of those. Feel free to check us out on Twitter, Instagram, fire away questions if you have them. First person, what was it again?
Oh yeah, if you
Tweet
tweet
dice.
at us dice, we'll mail you one of my dice.
Yeah, first person that does it gets it.
Yeah,
Well done.
yeah,
Dice will not be selected at random, it will be curated.
yeah, it'll be definitely curated,
Yeah.
and it will be UK only.
And
So
if if you fancy something a little bit different, rather than actual play, maybe more topical and discussion based, then head over to Thinking Critically. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your weeks ahead, and we will see you in the next session.
Bye.
Bye.